The mining.
The mining robot, yeah. My ups were awful. I was using the default legs, and I had switched to the version 2 of the like starting booster, and I just couldn't like. If I didn't get exactly the right kind of angle on it, I just couldn't climb the damn thing. And every time I would have to like jump out to take out one of the generators, it was terrifying because I had no idea if I was gonna make it back.
Yeah, it's crazy how bad the starter mech is.
Yeah, makes sense, right? Like, it's
Kinda.
the first one you get.
So like, you know, you can replay levels and stuff, and I tried to replay. I wanted to replay the first one just to really stick it to that helicopter. They don't let you.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you can never experience true power. You can never overwhelm the helicopter.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up Armored Core talk, but I will just say this. I got to the part of the game where you meet the other person playing Armored Core.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You know, you're out in the world and you're like, none of these other fucking guys are playing Armored Core.
Yeah.
Look at them eat shit.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you fight other ACs pretty regularly.
Yeah, but this guy, what I'm talking about, this guy in an AC, he's someone else playing Armored Core 6. That's what it feels like.
Okay.
I don't think, you haven't unlocked the arena yet, right?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, that's fun. God, I just want to
I fought the first guy, and then I bought the quick turn, which is
so
like,
good.
Oh my god. When I was fighting Juggernaut, the whole time I was like, God, if I had a quick turn, this would be so trivial.
Also, the kick is super good.
The kick, I guess. It seemed like something that would just be flashy, but if you say it's good.
No, it does really good stagger. And, you know, in the arena, you will encounter other pilots who will just fuck you up so much with the kick. But, you know, Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
That's my impression of the Sherlock Holmes music.
I'm posting the shits. Here they come. Here comes the last of the shits. Great. I've browned. Oh god, I'm posting moderator links everywhere.
What does that mean?
I'm doing the wrong fucking link.
Yeah, I feel really bad right now in my life in general.
Wow, that's a heavy topic to open the show with.
Yeah, I mean, it's because...
Talk about it?
Yeah, it's because I want to keep playing Armored Core 6, but I also want to start Starfield.
Oh, that's like your major source of...
Yeah, and I can't play both at the same time.
Oh, I got too many video games. I'm so depressed.
Yeah. Alright, well, let's check out this fucking hat. What's going on here? Look at the blood. Wow.
Yep.
What oh, wow.
Moderate bloodsucker here.
This is a somewhat neglected and dusty hat.
Put it on. Put it on.
The stone is rather unwieldy, so it couldn't be used as a weapon. Someone fell and hit their head on it.
Alright. It was me.
Oh, my phone's doing a weird thing. It's refusing to send messages.
What the fuck? I don't think these are vampires that drink blood.
I think they are.
Someone tore their trousers here.
If that's what Sherlock believes, that's what I believe.
I think it's someone who just, like, wants to lick the top of people's heads. But only if they're wearing a hat.
An expensive hat with a few grey hairs stuck to the brim.
Okay, I'm gonna have to reset all my shit. It won't let me send messages.
The blade is bent from the impact.
Man, they shouldn't be allowed to call shovelheads blades.
The bleeding wasn't severe, there are just a few drops.
What would you prefer?
Shovelhead.
Shovelhead. like the Vampire the Masquerade term that Sabat used for their
Yeah.
neonates.
I mean, that makes more sense.
Send the message, you cursed phone.
Oh, thanks, John.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm
no.
having-
I was referring to
Looks like a set of
in-game,
instruments.
John.
One is missing.
Oh.
Because I was trying to find the last evidence marker, and he was
label's
standing next to
illegible.
it. Dan, do you ever think about what the Monster Mash is?
It's fucking. People, since the
No.
publication of the Monster Mash, people
I
have clarified what the Monster Mash is.
no. You're saying the dance move that they're doing is fucking. I'm
Wait.
saying the song that they're describing in there.
Like, the song that they're describing in the song.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not describing. I thought it's describing like a party.
Yeah, I thought that there was a song playing that started the Monster Mash.
Okay, now we have to look up the fucking lyrics of the Monster Mash. I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the Monster Mash.
Wait, how does fucking make sense there?
We just know. We know from the exegesis performed by our predecessors that it's a euphemism.
But so, what is the creature doing at that moment when he begins to rise?
I guess pegging himself.
You know, is he fucking the table? Just radically humping the table?
No, I was thinking like he's a monster, so he's got all kinds of messed up bits. So he's like fully sexually compatible with himself. That's actually the purpose of the experiment. If you go to the later lyrics of the Monster Mash, it's like I created a wonderful creature who could give himself an orgasm whenever he wanted. It's called the Mash, the Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash.
All right, I've restarted my phone. Let's see if it will allow me to send text messages now. I love technology. Okay. Send it, you fool. There we go. Sent.
Bro, I'm so fucking good at video games.
Yeah. I regret that I'm unable to give my full attention to this art you're making. But I had some business.
Fuck. I accidentally deleted something. Yeah, I'm excited. I've been thinking a lot about Halloween lately because my grocery store has put out the Halloween candy.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna wear a big loose pumpkin costume? Like a baby costume for an adult and be a big pumpkin?
Man, look at them. They spelled formaldehyde wrong.
What? You mean, wait, is that... Okay.
They said formalin.
It took me a while to process whether you were making a joke about formalin or whether you were looking at something. There's a lot of text on screen. You can't just say they spelled X wrong and not, like, gesture at what you're doing.
The flowers are still fresh.
So I did that.
Of course
one.
the flowers are fresh. They're covered in formaldehyde.
Would that work?
No, not really. I mean, you've seen things preserved in formaldehyde. They don't look
Yeah, but
great.
they weren't flowers.
Okay.
They were guys.
Oh. Which guys?
Like the little piggies.
The little piggies. Like, of...
Yeah, like
of
the
Three
pig
Pigs
fetus.
fame?
The pig fetus. Yummy!
Yes.
Nicely roasted.
Yummy!
Story of the 3 little pig fetuses and the big
I
bad
wonder
wolf.
how even the most destitute always somehow manage to scrape together enough for a drink. Psilocybin mushrooms. These are powerful hallucinogens.
Alright. It's time to Mind Palace.
Are we gonna use the hallucinogens to help us mind palace?
No, I'm just gonna go do my thingy.
Yeah,
Let's
go do it.
see. Take a photo. You know, the flowers were fresh, so that could be it. And this guy falls and hits his head on a rock. Wait. Yeah, that seems right.
Yeah. Sipping. Where's the head licking ghost? There we go.
It does look like he's looking where his directly underneath the hat.
Yeah, right on top of his head.
So
Yes. Yes.
I
making
want
the
to
vampire
believe. Yeah, it was probably. Is this where the shovel is?
I think one of
No,
the
the
cool parts
shovel's
about
up
this
here.
game is that we are both Mulder and Scully.
Come on, give me a
Like-
shovel.
What if in X-Files Mulder was Scully's tulpa? And that's this game.
Oh, I love the idea. So this is the vampire.
Oh. They dug up the vampire and then the vampire fucked him up.
Yeah, alright. So this is the homeless guy.
Don't disturb a vampire when they're sleeping.
This is the
They wake up
homeless guy
cranky.
who was drinking.
Mm-hmm.
This is the
Driven out
the
on
guy.
the street with his soda addiction.
This is the guy grave robbing.
No, he's praying.
Yeah.
He's
No. This guy with the hat.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was drinking there because I found a little bottle. He's like, cheers to that, bro.
Damn, this grave robbing shit is so cool.
Alright. So this could be the 3 of them because I believe this is swapping between the guys. That's the homeless guy. That's these aren't the same hats, right? These are distinctly different hats.
They look kind of different. One looks a little bit more like a Panama hat, and the other is sort of a bowler.
Yeah. And then
This guy's got a newsboy cap. There's like a whole gang of spooks out here looking to get victimized by a vampire.
well, so it's the story of these 5 people, right? You got this homeless guy living it up,
He's-
watching.
Yeah, he's chilling.
And then you have the guy digging up the grave in the hat. A guy in a bowler hat here. Presumably this guy drinking.
They're
Going
just. So is this saying that he like just came and checked out the grave robbing, and then the dude with the shovel was like, "Hey, get the fuck out of here," and whacked him with the shovel.
I do like that idea, but I think so.
He just wandered up like, "What do y'all do?"
So this is the mysterious third cemetery man.
Mm-hmm. The grave liker. It's gotta be vampires.
Yeah, and the thing that throws me is that the shovel is back here. Wait. The body wasn't here to examine, so I don't know if he actually has knife wounds. Actually, let me... So, a dirty hat near bloodstained pool stone. Expensive hat.
I'm glad we're in our Six Flags Vangobus Man cosplay.
True, fair. I love this. I want to believe. This guy hit his head on the rock.
That doesn't appear to be an option. Someone's
no. Like,
someone's
see,
cutting him up.
This guy here in the Panama hat.
Yeah.
He hit his head on the rock, and that's why he bled out. That we know.
So you think he's getting slurped on?
So it said that there wasn't enough blood for it to be like a stab wound. It was blood from someone hitting their head. A dirty hat near a bloodstained rock, a pool of blood nearby.
So the only option I saw that didn't involve stabbing
is
getting slurped on.
Yeah. Who can?
So
yeah.
It is a vampire.
And I think that this is the guy who is bringing the flowers, because he sees the slurping.
He drops,
puts
the
them down politely, and runs. John's gonna be so mad.
You're not even trying, Sherry.
You're not even trying.
Are you trying to tell me that it wasn't vampires?
Yeah, I don't think it was a vampire.
I think it might be the shovel bonk. No, it wasn't the homeless guy. Maybe it was this guy, because I don't know. So this guy is this little freak.
Why would that guy bonk the bowler, dude? It would be the bald guy, if anyone. He saw a grave being desecrated, and now he's on a rampage. And now he's letting his dead wife slurp up all the bloods to restore her to her youthful vitality.
You're not even trying, Sherry.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate. You still have a vampire slurping up the bloods.
Oh, you think this isn't what happened?
Yeah, I don't think the dead lady got out of the grave and started slurping up bloods.
Let's see. Homeless guy. Glasses.
Doctor. I mean, this is a ghoul scenario. It's a doctor cooperating with a ghoul to get bodies.
So you're trying to tell me that...
I don't think the doctor did that. I think the doctor is on the same side as the news cap guy, the bowler hat guy, the Panama hat guy. I think those guys are all buds.
The newsboy guy is the one with the page boy hat.
Mm-hmm.
We know Panama hat dug up the grave and had the shovel.
Then bald guy's on a rampage.
Let me make sure that there was right here instead of external. One is missing. Oh, so this might have been. There's just only one where it's not someone praising the dead.
Well, I think one of those might be him mourning or being pissed that this is happening or something like that.
Oh, no. Okay, so this is the one of the guy looking at the formalin bottle.
Formalin. Yeah.
So it has to be this one, because there is a formalin bottle here.
Okay.
But who is our surgeon? So these are surgery tools.
I think it's not the bald guy, because the bald guy is the dude who was coming to give flowers. I think it's the dude with no hat.
Yeah, the guy with the glasses. Let me look at the... Okay. Oh, he's the bald guy.
You fool.
He's the bald guy.
Yeah,
all right.
You're doing Agent 47 shit to the people who desecrated his wife's grave. It's not a vampire.
No, I don't think it's the homeless guy.
It wouldn't be this guy. I think it's the bald dude. I think the bald dude is fucking ruining their day.
You think he got that far? Because the flowers are only here.
Yeah, I think he put the flowers down and then he ran in. What's up, Shady? Shady says that this is the hardest reconstruction in the game.
Yeah, because there's so many guys.
Yeah, I think the bald guy put the flowers down because he saw that people were digging up his wife's grave, or someone, his sister, who knows. It's the bald guy killing the bald guy.
Well, this is the guy in the bowler
That's
hat.
the bowler hat guy.
Yeah.
I
How
think
does the bald guy get the
I
shovel?
think he went sicko mode. We don't get to see how he got the
All
shovel.
right. And so then what
think he
happens
was-
here?
Absolutely losing his damn mind. I think this was probably the doctor killing the bald guy with the scalpel.
Not the bald. This is not the bald guy.
Wait, who is that on the ground then?
Wait, let me get a better angle. I believe it's the guy without the hat. Yeah, he's
Okay,
here, and then he
It's
gets
the bowler hat guy. He gets knocked out by the shovel. So, and then he's like moved away and stabbed.
so he's not hit here.
Oh, he's like menaced with a shovel?
Yeah, that's why one of the options is the vampire hissing, because he's like,
Okay.
whoa.
Okay. And so what are the options where he's getting killed? And how does it say he died when you examine it?
Let's check. So this would have been the expensive hat. No, this is the shovel with a bent blade and a few blood.
A few blood.
So, and there's the shovel. You
it-
can see the outline of the shovel.
Okay, and what are our options here? It's doctor stabbed him.
Or
Vampire. It's not a vampire.
homeless guy stabbed him.
Okay.
Bald guy stabbed him.
Jesus, someone's going on a stabbing frenzy.
Doctor stabbed him.
I mean, it seems like the bald guy is the only one who has like a reason to do stabbings, right?
Well, then what's going on
It seems
over
pretty
here?
clear that the bald guy is what? Yeah, that's confusing. I don't fucking know.
Let me see.
Wait,
So
who is that? Is that the doctor?
Well, this is
Or the Panama
either-
hat? That's the Panama hat guy.
Yeah. This is the. Do we see the hat on the ground around here?
Yeah, it's right in front of him.
Oh yeah. This is the Panama hat guy.
Yeah.
So this is this fucker.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the bald guy really is just massacring these dudes.
I can try the bald guy.
Yeah, blame the bald guy.
You're not even trying.
Damn it.
Sherry.
It's
We're
not
not
the-
even trying.
The bald guy didn't do like a sick Assassin's Creed chain kill. Yeah, so it's either the bald guy stabbed him, the homeless guy stabbed him, the doctor, or vampire.
It's not a vampire. It can't be a vampire. By the way, Shady has asked, how is every booty this week? Saggy,
Yeah.
of a flapjack consistency.
Too many video games.
Yeah, my butt is completely flattened by my gamer chair.
Alright, I'm gonna go over this. Okay. 2 men were found dead near an open grave. Both victims had bite marks on their neck. Victims: a graveyard keeper.
They do have bite marks.
And Saeed, an assistant professor. The suspect is Hamil Arkal, a tanner. Camille Arki, deceased. Oh, so this must be the bald guy.
Okay, so that's
Leandro Barbarian, reporter.
I love
And
listening to you read words, man.
Joe Vagrant. So let's see. Victim 2, the doctor.
Slight cut to the leg, blunt force trauma to the head, 2 puncture wounds to the neck. Blood loss minimal. Cause of death, intracranial. Okay, so the doctor's dead as fuck.
He must
So
be
whoever's
Yeah.
stabbing. Do you think the homeless guy is coming around and stabbing everyone?
he
in
is
the
on
neck,
he
like-
is on mushrooms.
Yeah, he's so high on shrooms that he's like making his vampire fantasy real with a scalpel. That's not how people on mushrooms
Yeah.
behave usually, in my experience. But
Yeah, so intracranial. Yeah, so one guy got blunt force trauma to the head.
that sounds like a shovel.
and the other one got blunt force trauma. But
That
one
sounds
had,
like
but one died from blood loss, and one died from a hemorrhage caused from probably getting hit in the head with a shovel.
Well, a shovel wound isn't necessarily lethal, so it could be that one received a lethal shovel wound and the other received a non-lethal shovel wound, but the homeless guy was going around giving him bite marks anyways, and that makes you bleed out.
The implication of the one near the rock, is that guy hit his head on the rock, tripped and hit his head.
Yeah, he's probably running from the shovel maniac.
Yeah, and then there was a pool of blood made. So he was that's the guy who was probably stabbed.
Okay. Shady says it's a valid question to ask. Who benefits from vampires?
The gentried elite trying to stoke xenophobia.
I was thinking like the doctor might be into vampires because you can just sort of vivisect them and they don't.
So we've run out of fresh cadavers for dissection. You know what to do.
Yeah, you gotta ghoul them. You gotta ghoul them out of the graveyard.
I've always had a nose for a good story. I was strolling about the cemetery when I saw him, the necromancer. I'm not joking. He raised a woman from the grave in order to attack the two men who were close by. Then they both turned into bats and flew away. I was too scared to take photographs, but I photographed their victims. This'll be a front pager.
Yeah, it sounds like this dude is has all of the integrity of a National Enquirer reporter.
Yeah. I was having my supper when Johnny came to dig another grave, as usual. There was someone else with him, too. I must have dozed off for a while, but when I woke up, everything was a blur. Screaming, howling, then flashes of lightning, but no thunder. Some devilry was at work. I came out to see what was happening. There was this reporter, Leonard, or something. He told me that a vampire had killed 2 people mere yards from me. Boy, am I lucky to be alive.
I think this means that the reporter probably made the fake vampire wounds because he's trying to sell this reporter story. Shady says, we gots to ghoul him. You know we gots to ghoul it to him.
Let me see.
Then, for foreign viewers, the National Enquirer is a highly respected newspaper in the United States, and then in parentheses, of America.
Oh, we've learned something here. This is the reporter.
Yeah, okay, so the reporter is hanging out. He goes and gets the tools, the surgeon's tools.
Well, I don't think he had the surgeon's tools.
Right, I think he's... So, it's not the bald guy is not the surgeon.
Yeah, we don't know. The surgeon is probably... So this is probably the groundskeeper.
I don't think the surgeon is part of this.
This is the grave tender man. Graveyard man.
Okay. The man in the expensive hat is probably the one with the surgeon's tool. Or, I don't know, man.
I didn't find any
we
surgeon
do think
tools over here, right? No.
I think here's what I think happened. The bald guy sees the grave robbing happen. The reporter is watching while the bald guy sees the grave robbing happen. The bald guy goes ape shit. Clubs the grave robbers with the shovel.
Yeah, the bald guy is...
The reporter goes around and uses the scalpel to give them vampire wounds.
The bald guy is this person's husband.
Yes. So I think this is the reporter. There we go.
You're not even trying, Sherry.
Did you set the reporter as the one giving the other guy the wounds?
Yeah, I think maybe what I need to do is switch this back to the flowers guy.
Oh yeah. The bald guy definitely did this. He was there. We know because of the flowers.
The brother of the deceased became furious when he caught the anatomist exhuming his sister's body. He killed him.
Yeah, the dude in the expensive hat is the
anatomist.
anatomist.
Took to his heels, but didn't get far. He fell, hitting his head on a stone, which rendered him unconscious. With the murderer gone, the reporter who was hiding punctured the neck of the first victim to imitate a bite. But when he did the same to the second victim, he killed an unconscious man. So we have 2 murders and 2 murderers, but no vampires.
No!
Vampires are not so scary when you have grave robbers and journalists running around.
Wait,
That's
John,
right.
but
Two
John,
equally ignominious professions.
you're a journalist.
What?
Remember he
Oh,
wrote
John
he,
is a journalist.
He wrote all those articles in the newspaper. A real
No, but he's one of-
mud racker.
He's one of the good ones.
Ah. Who is the who would I speak to? Who's the manager of this crime scene?
Pat, I think the term you were looking for was moonraker.
Moonraker. Hey man.
This place gives me the creeps. What if the vampire comes back? Just don't tell Stark what I said, or he'll think I'm a coward.
Alright, so maybe I have to go to the cops. Mr. Police Officer, I have solved a murder.
There's a... Shady says, those blood-sucking vampires, and I'm not talking about the undead creatures. Damn straight.
I'm talking...
Lamestream media.
I think that they are all... I think that they're also vampires.
There's a photo of Rufus Cantrell, historic ghoul, I would like to share with you all. By which I mean just Shady, I guess, at this point, because, you know, that's the kind of stream we run. A private stream for one viewer. Though I will caution, there is an extremely leathery dead body in this photo. Rufus Cantrell is the guy in the background looking cool as hell.
Which one's the vampire?
I think the guy on the table.
Why would you let them do this to him?
I mean, I described the advantages of vampire durability for anatomical study.
Oh, so you think
don't
he's
know.
like getting paid for it?
Yeah, it's like a side gig for him, or maybe he's just like bored. If you live forever, eventually you're like, I'll get vivisected if it ends the monotony.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I can always get another liver.
Yeah. All right.
Is this
So what do we
familiar
do?
I'd help you, friend,
Oh.
but I know nothing.
There's 2 murderers.
What are our icons? Oh, we got to speak to the case participant.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. I kind of just stumbled upon the
Yeah,
scene.
didn't you just get this case from looking at an open grave? Do you? Oh, you have to tell the vampire. You tell the
Just don't
vampire
tell
who
Stark
dug her
what I
up.
said, or he'll think I'm a coward.
I tell...
Who's Stark?
Who's what?
He said, "Don't tell Stark what I said, or he'll think I'm a coward."
I don't know. Some other cop at the precinct known for razzing on guys.
Resident Razzer.
Just don't tell Stark what I said, or he'll think I'm a coward.
Are there any more cops around here?
I can't
Is that
find
the only
one.
cop? Shady
Speak-
says, "Speak to Laszlo."
All right, I'll find him.
Find Laszlo. It was a police case. Go back to the guy at the station.
John, you finish the new season? Have you started the new season that's now over of What We Do in the Shadows?
No! I've been busy. I've been playing Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, listening to a lot of Hideki Naganuma jams, which that's perfect,
Constable Stark.
perfect pronunciation.
Believe in
I've studied Japanese for years.
Hey? What do
And
vampires
playing
have to do with
Armored Core
anything?
6. And soon I'm going to be playing Blasphemy 2. I'm busy.
At the cemetery. The primary suspect is indeed the murderer, but he's not the only one. The reporter who so easily fooled everyone with his vampire stories killed the other victim.
But why would he do that?
Sherlock is
He
as
believed the
ephemeral
unconscious
as
man to
a...
be dead, and
as a
decided to
night-blooming
concoct
flower.
a thrilling story for his readers.
He's a kind of orchid.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Yeah.
I'll have the conniving little scrub.
human
taken in
mayfly.
immediately. There's only
Who's
one
born
place
in the
left.
morning, becomes a
let me
twink
stop you.
by noon, and then becomes a silver fox in the evening.
I got $20. What can I get for this? Like a banana?
Shady says, I've been playing a lot of Uno. Just solo Uno? Are you honing your skills for a tournament? Trying to cast someone into the Uno Shadow Realm?
Let's see.
We have a lot of stuff in eel hunting. A lot of icons.
Yeah. And scapegoat that I just picked off the wall. But look at how many icons this one thing has.
Yeah,
Wow.
Shady. Uno is I think a team game. It's a co-op PvE game. You travel into the Uno dungeon and you use your carefully assembled Uno deck to fight Uno beasts and seek the fabled reverse card. That was a cop out, but I just can't come up with something in the storied universe of Uno that would function as a treasure.
They're working on it after the success of Barbie.
Yeah, that's right. We're gonna get that Uno movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a AAA Michael Bay Uno blockbuster.
Well, I think it's the Uno movie that's a heist movie.
Mm-hmm. Great.
I should probably look a little rougher. Wait, how rough?
Shady
do I
says
look?
you beat me to the joke, Pat.
I'm not
Yeah,
joking.
Pat told me about the what is it, Mattel Cinematic Universe? Hasbro
Yeah.
Cinematic Universe?
J.J. Abrams has his Hot Wheels movie he's working on.
That really broke me, dude. That really ended it for me. Art is over. I'm fully Garo Gary Gay now. Art is done. There's no art.
May I
Yeah,
ask you
definitely.
something?
Now that you're
I
dressed
have
like a
heard
sad
many
clown,
strange
these street
things,
toughs are
but
gonna
nothing
talk to you.
about this.
Let me look at the other things for this. Alright. Informant can be found near Warehouse 3. He's an ex-military who lost his eye. Where do you think the warehouses are?
I don't know, dude. Warehouse Street? Warehouse Avenue?
Do you think probably maybe near the depot?
I mean, certainly close to the docks. That's Warehouse 2, Warehouse 3, boom. Yeah, and Shady says they know that it's not a joke. The Hasbro Cinematic Universe is happening.
You know, they were discouraged with Battleship, but they're back.
I kind of love that, like, publicly traded American companies headed by a board of directors just can't resist the movie slot machine. They just can't. It's like they're gachapon whales all lining up for the chance to make the next, like, surprise blockbuster. Shady says you'll be queuing up for the midnight screening of J. Abrams' Hot Wheels, the 4.6
Bro, reading J.J. Abrams' quote about Hot Wheels made me want to lose my mind.
You're really looking into descaled a fish recently. This guy can help you with your fish problem.
Yeah. Ex-military lost his eye in a battle.
Yeah, I think I remember that quote about the Hot Wheels movie, and it is the closest we'll ever get to the King in Yellow.
This guy has a glass eye.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, please.
Abrams recently shared that it is going to be an emotional and grounded and gritty film. Here's this exact quote from the New Yorker. Hold on. I have to follow this link. For a long time, we were talking to Mattel about Hot Wheels, and we couldn't find quite find the thing that clicked, that made it worthy of what Hot Wheels, that title, deserved. Then we came up with something emotional and grounded and gritty. He's gonna be making, like, Fight Club with the fucking rattlesnake car in it.
I just, like, I'm so confused about the gritty and grounded part of Hot Wheels.
Yeah, I mean, for a story set, like, adapted from a property that is about, like, about as non-human as you can get. There are no humans in the Hot Wheels line of
you able
toys,
to
to
help
my
me?
knowledge.
Here,
He's
look,
really
man.
trying to tap into
I'm
a
all
lot
about
of
this.
human emotional valences. And Shady says, I can't wait for Woody Allen's
could have
that
been
little
more
plastic
helpful,
cup you
but
invert
alright.
and then it pops up off the table.
Woody Allen's thinking about retiring.
Yeah, he's gonna retire so he can make his dream film, Sticky Hand.
Yeah, he's gonna retire from filmmaking.
I can't wait for Jim Jarmusch's homies.
Alright, so now Top Hat Jones, one of the lieutenants, might know more than the common smuggler, but he's only talking about was not part of the gang. You can be found on the north side Finnish Canary.
Finch Cannery.
Did I read
It's
that
probably
right?
one of the smokestack
North side.
icon. That's a bridge. You can tell by the bridge icon.
Yeah.
This bandit lair you can tell by the skull.
There it is.
There it is. North side of that.
No.
Pat, what are some toy tie-ins you're waiting for?
I was immediately gonna go with Rock'em Sock'em Robots, but that is in the
That's
works.
a real one.
Yeah, Vin Diesel's running that show.
Mm-hmm. There's gonna be a whole family of robots. They're gonna steal DVD players.
I wish. Ouija is not Hasbro, that's Mattel.
Yeah, I feel like there's already been a Ouija movie.
There's actually multiple.
Yeah.
Connect 4, and it's a bomb diffusing movie.
Shady posted a thing that I can only interpret as a toy tie-in movie that he's volunteering, and the message was, at the gym today there was a new guy having his first PT session next to me as I was cooling down, and he tried to do some push-ups and then collapsed into tears and sobbed, which is not a toy I'm familiar with, but maybe it's like an Australia thing. And then Omahunek says Candyland with ... ghosts.
Let me hit you with this. A sex thriller for Don't Wake Daddy.
Shady says, yeah, by George Miller. Yeah, a sex...
Do you know where I can find Friedrich Panzer?
Name another sex thriller real quick. Just so we know
Basic
we're on the same
Instinct.
wavelength. Basic Instinct. Haven't seen it.
Cruel Intentions.
Haven't seen it. Yeah, Omahunek and Shady, physical therapy is hard, man. Being debilitated like that seems like it fucking sucks, and jokes aside, damn. That's rough. Name a sex thriller I have seen.
How would I know what you've seen?
I don't know, dude. Do you even think about me? Do you even care?
I'm trying to think of if you and I together have watched a sex thriller, but I don't think so.
Does Tag count?
No, because there's no sex in Tag. Well,
Yeah.
there could be, but
It's more of like a gender roles thriller.
it's more about like, what if your bus got cut up by wind?
Yeah. Oh. Shady says, I was considering saying something, but the PT was on it, and I thought he'd prefer thinking no one else saw it. And then PT is in personal trainer. Sorry, not physical therapy. I mean, either way, you know,
Yeah.
struggling to do a push-up is that's like a difficult feeling.
All right, let's do this. So I have a little hair fop. No hat. Open shirt.
Okay.
Or is there a different open shirt? Is there more like crimey open shirt? Here we go.
When are we gonna get full on clown makeup? This is the open shirt you used for your artist disguise, and it's pretty much the same shirt this guy has.
No, this is the artist one. This is the criminal one.
Right. Criminals wear black, artists wear white.
It looks like he has some scarring on his face. No, it's a bruise.
Okay. Shady says the guy was 30 minutes into a set, so, you know, relatively he was crushing it. Yeah, I think it was like big time scarring. You're gonna need to go to a special scar store.
Maybe this will work.
Maybe.
I thought I had.
Like
oh no! I think
kicked.
okay. This one's not bad, but this is the scarred face. Well, let's see.
Yeah, even though he has like a really good photo of the guy he's trying to disguise himself as, Sherlock Holmes can't bring himself to like disfigure himself that much. He's like, no, come on, I have to stay hot.
You know, I don't feel like I look like him, but I feel like this is the closest I'm gonna get. So where am I taking this? Which warehouse is he in? No, we're doing a fish company. You shall disguise yourself. According to sources, he's recently faked his death. To assess the incident found in one of his warehouses in Silverton. So we know. So they probably reduced the number of guards to move them elsewhere. So it's probably not Warehouse 3. If we know he was working with a fish company, is there a warehouse? So this is warehouse. This is Warehouse 3. This is the fish company. It could be this one. Because that's close to the, that's close... Actually, this one's the closest to the docks.
Okay. I trust you. I mostly trust you to do chemistry, but I trust you to do this as well.
Bro, I need more chemistry. I'm so... And Shady wasn't here when I did the chemistry earlier. But I did a super good job.
Chemistry is like the battle system of this game, which already has a battle system. Okay. Looks like you're gonna kick some ass. Speaking of battle system.
I shoot every single one of them in the head.
That's how you prove you're a criminal. That completes your disguise. Doing crime. That didn't work. There we go. I love Sherlock's jumping punch. He just leaps up vertically, like he's not building up momentum for the punch. He's just getting in the air.
Don't bother moving.
Shady says, speaking of ass.
Take a rest, my friend.
The snuff's ready.
These guys got bottles strapped to them, as was the style at the time.
I'm doing such a good job.
No more crime for you.
Give him the pepper snuff.
I mean, eventually...
That easy.
It's hard to tell if the environmental objects are used to knock dudes out, recharge or not.
No, they do not recharge.
Yeah, I think the fights get harder as you use up those resources. And as they start bringing in waves of armored enemies like this. What are you doing?
I was hitting.
Him.
Not you. Why do I don't want to punch you. I'm coming for you.
I just want some attention.
Let me tell you about my love language.
I can overcome the brute now.
My love language is countering your disarms.
Too simple.
I didn't kill anyone.
Congratulations.
Wait.
I'm proud of you
Great
for
job,
not committing
Sherry.
any
you
murder.
had one chance and you blew it.
Oh,
Oh, so he wasn't at Warehouse 1.
womp womp. I guess we lost the case.
Maybe he was in Warehouse 3. Well, honestly, I think it's fine. I think it's good when a criminal gets away. Sorry, Sherlock.
Yep. Some cases you just fail.
Sometimes you're given 3 warehouses.
I trusted you and I was wrong.
I mean, look, it was a 50% chance.
Shady in
I
concurrence
sought out the
says,
Eel's warehouse, but
"Bow,
So
bow."
I heard. I must say, this is...
well, nothing is.
Since you're here, Mr. Holmes, how about an interview? Strictly on background?
I learned recently from people like you, John, that 50% odds isn't very good.
He does not disperse it lightly.
It's not very
He will
good.
tell you a barefaced lie without hesitation.
And by
if he
recently,
advances
you
his
mean in
cause. As for
2016.
your request, I'm afraid the real me.
Well, it came up again
That was
recently.
7 years
It
ago.
came up again
An
recently.
interview would do us both a disservice.
Did it?
Perhaps it's best to let the mystery be.
What am I
now,
thinking of? What
on
are
to
you
other
thinking of?
matters.
Because it's not immediately occurring to me. And you know, it's unfair to expect me to like intuit when you're going to get mad at statistics as a branch of mathematics. You're just not going to tell me what you're thinking of. Shady says, yeah, but compared to the last Ice Age, 2016 is recent.
I mean, look, stuff is
good
always.
defense.
I don't remember. Maybe we were talking about how I hate percent odds in video games, and I think that they're fake.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, anytime a percentage tells you you have a good chance of something happening
And it doesn't happen.
you feel betrayed. And I don't know how to counsel you out of this. I can't help you with that. I'm trying to be your friend, but
What? Just agree with me.
that's something you'll have to take to your yeah, just agree with me. That's what friendship is about. Is
This
agreeing
is-
with your friends' opinions, no matter how insane they are.
This is why I refuse to learn. You know, we play a lot of tabletop games, John, and often someone will be like, "That's like a something percent chance to get like at least a 12 or something," and it's like I never want to learn that. I never want to know my odds.
Yeah.
To quote Indiana Jones, "Never tell me the odds."
Yeah. I mean, to quote, or have you seen that William Friedkin movie Bug?
Yeah.
That one's all about being a good friend and believing all of your good friends' crazy ideas.
Wait, why are you doing Friedkin deep dives?
I actually, Bug is not a deep dive for me.
Don't you think it's strange we always end up in situations
Because
like
I
this?
watched it with my dad,
It would not
like
be
when it
easy to
came out.
practice hatting too.
Me and my
Whoever is
dad
responsible
watching
is
two
a
people
monster
lose their minds on Crystal Meth. Shady says genuinely the public understanding of statistics is rubbish. That is true, and Pat is a casualty of this.
John, do you know any songs?
I just think that when people tell me statistics, they're lying to me. It's as easy as that. They're trying to trick
Yeah.
me.
Chicken.
It's as easy as that.
Okay,
It's
I might just be up.
you're like a Luddite, but not in the historical sense, in the wrong and pejorative sense.
I
which
am
is
against
often used.
industrialization and automation.
In the sense that people think the Luddites
Healthy
were.
and ready to take part
I don't know.
in
I've
convincing
blown up my share of fucking
Mechanical
looms.
looms.
Yeah.
Shady
A
says, to
man
quote
with
Shrek,
plans.
an ogre is like an
Admittedly
onion.
not a great plan if you write on paper exactly when you will
There
do
are many
your
layers.
business, but
Patch.
a plan
Or it's
nonetheless.
like a glass onion, and it's see-through. Where's he doing the crime? Collect man.
Truly an illuminated rebuttal. The great teacher. Quoth the great teacher. Sorry, what are we looking for?
Clues.
I was too busy thinking about Bug.
So, the victim is Professor Jacob Haring himself. That's no great surprise. London Fencing Club, 1876.
Was he killed with his sword?
I haven't looked at his body yet. I want to go through all of his stuff.
Yeah, rifle through his shit. I feel like people around this time had really sick knickknacks.
Let me
And
see those
anytime-
scissors.
Yeah, if I was at a crime
Stamped
scene,
with
I would be
Mr. Haring's
picking
personal
up all
seal.
sorts of cool knickknacks.
Is his personal seal a dolphin?
Yeah, yes. He's really into Timothy Wiley.
I was gonna say he's that guy he's like part of that. He works with that guy who thinks we can talk to dolphins.
Which one?
The computer guy.
Judging by
Computer
his
guy.
expression, a painful and unexpected.
Or the sensory deprivation guy. Sensory deprivation tank guy.
Yeah, John. Okay, John
His hand is
C.
clinging
Lilly.
to his
Okay.
chest, but he has no stab or gunshot wounds.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, this was the guy who ran the Dolphin Research Center where that lady jacked off a dolphin a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he died of
Yeah.
natural causes.
He thought that dolphins were as intelligent, if not more intelligent, than us, and
He was doing a lot of LSD. He also gave the dolphin LSD a couple times.
the dolphin, by all accounts, told them that he loved it.
The dolphin was making noises that indicated it wanted LSD.
No, I'm saying they cracked the code.
Yeah, they cracked the code. Because Timothy Wiley also believed that dolphins were capable of high-level
Safe behind the
communication,
painting.
and specifically believed that sand dollars were like DVDs for dolphins.
So this is how I retroactively learned that this is what the joke about the dolphins is about in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I don't know if Douglas Adams knew about Timothy Wiley.
Yeah, he did. He was like a tech guy for like a tech writer guy for the BBC.
I mean, he might have known about John C. Lilly. Timothy Wiley was.
I think I'm talking about.
Did a lot of PCP.
I think I'm talking about the sensory deprivation guy who.
John C. Lilly.
Yeah, him. I don't care
John
about
C.
this
Lilly-
other guy.
John C. Lilly just believed that we could talk to dolphins. He didn't think that sand dollars were like dolphin deep.
No, but I feel like he also get involved in some dolphin research?
John C. Lilly?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, John C. Lilly was the guy who ran the research center where the person jacked off the dolphin a
A
lot.
safe behind a painting. Classic.
I think.
Yeah. Apparently this is a real crackpot thing to believe.
That you could talk to dolphins?
Yeah, and that they're smart.
Why would you say that?
I know. It took me a while to believe it myself.
I'm over here watching Avatar 2 on a sand dollar.
Well, whoa.
And you come here and tell me that dolphins can't talk?
If you were to tell me that whales are using sand dollars as DVDs, then I'd buy it.
Nice try, Sherry.
Just because they're
Tell you
big?
nothing.
You think because they're big, they're smart?
Well, just because of what I've learned from Avatar 2.
Two sabers.
Shady says, I love hearing you say the exact same thing back and forth to each other for 3 minutes. Look, man, it's really easy to get on the wrong,
it's weird.
to absolutely
Look, there's so many dolphin
to reach
guys.
a level of complete mutual incomprehension with that.
Look, truly what we've learned is that there's too many guys who think that dolphins are really smart.
And Shady, it's a good set of facts.
Yeah.
The dolphin DVDs, jacking off a dolphin, giving a dolphin LSD. All of this is good.
Put that in a Sherlock game. This is the guy who jacks off dolphins. Did this dolphin stab this man?
And it's Pat's job to keep us on track as the person playing the game. He's just wandering around this office.
I was trying to find I'm trying to find the thingy. I think this is the thingy. Oh.
Finding the last clue opened the portal to the realm of history.
I do like how these are never wrong.
Shady says, I need to find a Victorian equivalent. They had dolphins in the Victorian era. They knew how to jack off.
This is what I'm always saying. I don't think it was him that
You don't think it was Sneaky Top Hat Man?
Yeah, because it's an Hold on, let me look at these clues real quick. Well, so the victim is a member of the fencing club. A body, right? Is that correct? Yes. Safe was opened and left empty. Little bird sang to me. Alright. So Safe Man gets the painting. Alright, I think this is right.
You think he's fighting Safe Man?
Okay, yeah. So his hat was destroyed.
Oh, okay.
Because his hat is destroyed here.
Ah, okay. There's shreds of a top hat on.
So it's if he did it before or after.
So how did the guy end up dead?
I think it was just like a heart attack.
Nice.
Oh no, he was in perfect health. Collected mail, that's what's on the desk. Or no. It's on the desk. Work on a science article. Answering letters. Check my collection. Repair the clock. Okay. So the clock was broken. So this happened before 4.
Okay.
I don't have a time of death. Yeah, I don't have a time of death. So it was before 4.
Great. So
Answering letters is what's on the stack on the table. These are his letters with his seal.
Is there contact poison on the letters?
Or could he? What do you?
He could have been drinking tea. It could have been poisoned tea.
Well, where'd the cup go?
Yeah.
But
where's his body? The clock was after the letters, so he wasn't fucking with the clock.
Yeah. So he responds to those letters. He's like, good. And then, what's up with this check on the collection? And then answering letters, and then check my precious collection. So it could be this. And then the guy comes in, and he decides, I'm gonna fight you.
Yeah, and then I guess he gets hit with a heart attack ray.
Yeah, they have those.
Mr. Herring was
okay.
To
Yeah,
deviate from
I guess they
plans,
do.
And yet, on this day, he only managed to answer his mail and never did get to repair the clock.
I'm looking forward to the small case in the next Sherlock Holmes game called Havana Syndrome.
That's exactly when Herring would be checking his blackmail collection. When Jacob saw the intruder, his fencing reflexes kicked in. He lunged left to the sabers, wrenched one off the wall, and attacked
Sherlock Holmes and the mysterious case of the polonium dart.
Mr. Herring is struck by a heart attack, and the professor only
It is a heart attack.
Hat of the intruder.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's true what they say. Even if you're in perfect health,
message on the blackboard.
heart
Your heart
attacks
can
could
just
Before we go
explode.
chasing the intruder, should we try to confirm the cause of the professor's death? I'd hate for him to be a red herring.
Do I got anything? Search his house for more clues.
Sherlock Holmes and getting pushed out a window. Sherlock Holmes and the fateful airplane flight over Russia.
All right. Oh.
It is heart attack pills.
I can't wait to do a chemical analysis on these.
Totally empty.
That's right.
Even John couldn't
Finally,
argue
the
with
real game begins.
a strong, rotten smell. Uncharacteristic tea.
Hey, why does my tea smell like farts? I'm so excited. Ooh. Ooh. I have an insane idea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, wrong one. I want this one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, actually, no. I have a stupider way to do this.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Now one more addition.
Now we add it all together.
Great.
Ooh, it's formalin.
The fucking John Coltrane of chemistry over here.
It's a plant often used in medicine to cure heart diseases, but at the wrong doses, when combined with that, can cause a heart attack. Talk about irony.
There was an intruder in Professor Herring's house.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which archive this likely is. I mean, I can check because I'll see them if they're read or not.
Yeah, is there a
Tyrus is
fashion
usually used to
archive?
cure heart disease, but every drug is a poison if you get the dosage wrong. Or right, if that's your goal.
I'm always trying to kill people, baby.
They call me Dr. Poison.
In Jack the Ripper, Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper, I'm Jack the Ripper and Sherlock Holmes. John, what's your favorite Sherlock Holmes? Or not your favorite. What's your favorite Jack the Ripper take?
I don't know. It's hard for me to get all that interested in Jack the Ripper stuff. Like even the From Hell letter, it's like.
What about what about the From Hell graphic novel where it's a Masonic death ritual to ensure that men control the future into the 21st century?
Sorry, you just said it. You just vocalized a sentence that was so comic book, my brain refused to.
You even read Alan Moore's From Hell?
No, I have not. I'm not a big Alan Moore guy. Unfortunately, I like listening to him talk about magic and about how buildings are magic, weather is magic. All kinds of things are just magic, but I haven't read a ton of his comics.
That's good. It's very entertaining take, which is that the Jack the Ripper murders was the Queen's head surgeon tasked with assassinating these sex workers who knew this woman who gave birth to like a illegitimate royal heir. And,
Okay.
in the process, he's doing a Masonic ritual to ensure masculinity reigns supreme into the 21st century.
just doing a big incel spell. And Shady says, so Dick Grayson is Nightwing now, but he was Robin.
I love the 1970s movie called Time After or After Time, in which Jack the Ripper steals H.G. Wells' time machine and goes to 1970s San Francisco to continue the murders.
Okay. You just wanted to say that you loved that movie.
Yeah, I just want to talk about that movie. They made it a TV show recently.
Was it good?
But Malcolm, I didn't watch it, but Malcolm McDowell is H.G. Wells in that movie. It's pretty good.
Right.
Okay, so
Grand Surrey, west from the intersection of Vernay Street and LeBlanc.
Seems like we have fun neighbors.
Oh.
Oh, it's like near our base, huh? There's LeBlanc. Where's Vernay? There it is.
So it's the west side?
Yeah. It's like that. It's probably that big house. Yeah.
Hey, Sherry.
Shady says, what about 2011's In Time with Justin Tim... Like, let me be clear. Shady says Justin Timberlake and Amanda Seyfried.
Look, you bring that up. Unfortunately, I have an emotional attachment to that film, in which Olivia Wilde plays Justin Timberlake's elderly mother.
Mm-hmm. That's the one where you have to buy time to live, right? Yeah. And you have like a Fitbit that you charge up, and if the Fitbit runs out of juice,
and for some reason people store it at a bank.
I don't know why you would do that. Is it possible to mug you for time? Like, can you just slurp all the juice out of someone's Fitbit?
Well,
Shady says, or 2013's About Time, early Domhnall Gleeson and Rachel McEats.
Yeah, is that the one? That's the one where it's there's like a guy who time travels so he can date a girl. Like, it's like a very incel move that this guy does.
Oh, he's like, girls from this era are sluts.
No. Like, he keeps getting rejected by this one woman.
Oh, he's like time traveling back in time to keep shooting his shot.
Mm-hmm. Or to like make the relationship try not to fail.
Oh my god, that's good. I don't know if that's an incel move so much as just like be extremely desperate.
Give him the... Don't bother moving.
The snuff's ready.
Man, this reminds me of when I finally found out what The Notebook is about.
Oh yeah.
Don't cry.
It's about a guy who's like straight up a stalker. And, like, threatens suicide to coerce a woman into dating him.
And then he doesn't even remember her in the end because he's got Alzheimer's.
Does he know he has Alzheimer's when he's doing all the crimes?
No, but
Can overcome the brute now.
So the Alzheimer's is just sort of something that happens after crimes have happened.
Well, it's because he's like an elderly guy by then. Man.
So are they like still together up to the point that he's an elderly guy?
Yeah.
Oh, so it works. He does all the stalking and it works.
Yeah, but it becomes like it at the end of the movie is she has Alzheimer's and doesn't remember him. Wow, that sounds even more like a crime when it's put like that.
I mean, at least she doesn't remember the fact that she spent her entire life with this dude who stalked her.
Yeah, I mean,
Shady says, but it's sexy stalking.
Part of like, as I understand the conception of that movie and like the way it ends, The movie thinks she should have been with James Marsden.
Like the real factual James Marsden.
I wish.
We can overcome the brute now.
Shady says, or 1988's The Land Before Time with Pat Hingle and Gabriel Damon.
No, those are dinosaurs. And their name is like Littlefoot and Petrie.
Petrie. Yeah. I remember Petrie, there was something... There's something tactile. To like a tactile quality to my memories of Petrie. Like something about the shape of Petrie's head and Petrie's voice. I don't know. Maybe maybe it was like
I hated
an early ASMR thing for me. I don't
I
know.
didn't really like those movies, but I did think that they made leaves look delicious. And it always made me want to eat leaves as a child.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
As a vital ally,
His head
The
was,
way-
it was dish-shaped. Yeah, big oval.
Vital. Yes.
It was fucked up how movies were always trying to recruit kids into eating leaves when we were young.
Or bugs. With the Lion
Mom and
King.
X says fucking star leaves look so tasty. Those and the grubs from the Lion King.
Someone saw you entering Professor Jacob.
I don't know if I'm with you on the grub.
Bro, it is the woke mind virus trying to brainwash children into being
Eating the bugs.
vegetarians and eating bugs instead of beef.
Yeah, man. If you could probably sell this to Tim Pool as a thing to talk about.
Don't you think it's weird? You ever notice how when you watch The Lion King, the bugs look really good? And you know, you think about it, lions don't eat bugs.
There you go. You're writing the script for him. You're doing too much work at this point.
That's exactly what happened. And that's why I'll be out of this reeking cell.
Alright, Shady and Omahunek are commiserating. Not commiserating, I guess. They're celebrating.
No, everyone loves bugs.
Delicious looking Lion King bugs together.
We both want to know who is truly behind this, so tell me the
Let me
whole story.
Google that.
May yet save your
Grubs.
life.
Oh, blast. Alright. What do
Show
you
me the
want?
grubs. Oh.
Haring's blackmail collection was hardly public knowledge.
They are kind of
It stands to reason
candy-esque.
that whoever informed of its
They look like
existence must
gummies.
be who set you up.
Yes.
That's what I knew I was gay.
Nor do I know his name. I received a note at El Palazzo.
It's true. I mean, to be fair, the way they eat bugs, extremely sexual.
Letter.
I do have, I think, some pretty clear memories of Pumbaa slurping up a grub pretty sensually.
Alternatively, this could be Unshady's way of saying that this is how he learned about Nathan Lane.
Bloody detail one at that. I'm not sure.
And that
if it was
began-
Haring's own collection.
You don't know who Nathan Lane is?
Bury me
Dude, I don't know
entirely
anyone
down
by
rabbits.
name.
He's Timon.
Heartbeat, but the note
The
was
whole
other
theme of
bloke
the stream is that the two of us are fundamentally
Nick-
broken people just sort of talking past each other eternally.
Nathan Lane is just like a very famous actor known for like doing a lot of camp gay roles and like a lot of musical theater.
So
I'm looking
you
him up
broke into
now.
Professor Haring's study and stole
Oh,
that memory.
Yeah,
I
you-
recognize Nathan Lane's face.
Yeah.
like jokes.
My humor tends toward the
He's got an iconic smile.
Nathan Lane
As
is
I
in
fled
Mouse
Harry's
Hunt.
place with the documents, a pickpocket snatched the folder
Oh.
from me on the street.
Hell yeah.
I was played.
Hell
from the
yeah.
beginning. Beaten
Mouse
at my
Hunt?
own game.
Insane
They
movie.
made a joke of me in the
A movie that's greatly upset. John, it's no secret. I have a great fear
Right, it was a good
of
joke.
mice
Now,
in
it's
my
beginning to make
house,
sense.
in specifically my home.
Yes, I'm aware.
Man.
Is it because of the Mouse Hunt mouse?
Well, so the movie's like a nightmare to me because the plot of that movie is no matter what you do.
Willem Dafoe's got like a mouse fighting suit.
Yeah, he's an exterminator. That no matter what you do, you will not be able to remove a mouse from your home. In fact, you will destroy your home before you remove the mouse. John, I fucked up.
What'd you do?
Neither of us were paying attention to that conversation, and now we have to make a moral choice about this guy. I'm gonna prove his
Not
innocence.
Joe. I will prove
Good.
you didn't kill
Great.
Professor Herring.
Great job.
What?
Uh,
Then you better do
I
it
mean,
fast.
Per his schedule,
we were
Professor
busy
Herring had tea
talking
with a
about
guest not long before
grubs
you arrived.
and mouse
The
hunt.
tea in Herring's teapot was dosed.
Amonek says the plot is no, the mouse wins. The home belongs to the mouse.
Yes. I
Look,
hate-
man, a mouse is a living thing. It's smaller and
If the
faster
old
than
man
you.
hadn't
Just
attacked
give
me,
up.
He may have lived, yes.
Let it do its
But It
thing.
wasn't you who killed him. The real murderer is the one that poisoned the professor and set you up. I'll make sure the police know it.
Yeah, you may save my bacon.
Oh, I wouldn't sing a victory song just yet. I believe they're preparing for a conversation with you on many subjects, like the robins.
I can handle those fools. I thought you were the copper's pet. But you have character those bloodthirsty mongrels lack. I respect that.
Make no mistake, Joe, we are not friends. Should we meet again under different circumstances?
Shady says, guys, I'm going to the letterbox. Don't do or
You
say
never
anything interesting. Dude, you are so safe on that front.
Bro,
This area is restricted.
you're not gonna.
This stream is a safe place for this kind of engagement.
Wait, am I? Is,
Um,
wait. Did I get another crime?
Did you?
Wait,
The scapegoat?
no, that was from before.
Hey you, mutton shunter. Come up
Mutton
here.
shunter.
Come on, is it bring your idiot to work day at the station?
That's quite an insult.
We have serious business.
No, we just said that he didn't do it, and that it was someone who poisoned his tea. But I don't see a follow up in my quest book.
Okay. The police just
Any
believe
progress with
us.
the case, Mr. Holmes?
Which one? Wow, Shady, that was fast. No. We actually sat in silence. We had a moment of silence in memory of the grubs that were eaten by Timon and Pumbaa.
I guess I just like. I don't feel like I'm any closer to finding the blackmail guy.
Yeah.
Well, oh wait, no, I guess I found the blackmail. I just didn't find the poisoner.
Shady says press F. Press F to respect grubs.
Oh.
Shady says do the bridge agent next. Easy. Easy peasy.
I gotta go to City Hall.
We do indeed take requests.
City Hall. Man, imagine having to be the fucking guy who has to sit in front of City Hall for 24 hours before your boss's brother decides if he wants to talk to
Are
you.
you able to help me?
Sir, I would prefer not to talk to you.
Oh, wait, he's in... Oh, he got into an accident at the intersection of Baskerville and Reed Street. Wait, is that not what he says? Afterwards pass it to the agent. Baskerville is over here.
It's good that that guy would prefer not to talk to us. Otherwise, we would have given him
Yeah, a secret
a total guess.
Baskerville and Reed Street. Am I just brain broken? Intersection of Baskerville Street and Weed Street and Northwestern Scaladio. Oh, I am brain broken.
There's Baskerville.
Yeah.
There's Reed. Right there.
I love the Velvet Underground.
You're just... I mean, just Reed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's the connection there.
That's all. That's it. That's all I got.
All right.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, so like I think in an earlier stream I did talk about how it's very serendipitous that Sherlock grew up in a place with things named after
All the stuff he would do in his life.
yeah, like there's a Reichenbach Falls Street, you know, Baskerville.
There's a Baskerville Street and a Hound Road.
And Adler Street.
Among X's Baskerville Street is a good reference, but where's Angry Mormon Street? That's right. Where's the Angry Mormon?
I bet that's
He's my
in
favorite
here.
Sherlock character.
I bet there is a
Sherlock characters
if you told me that guy's name, I bet it's a street in here. Oh wow, I don't want to dox anyone, but somehow the game predicted this conversation.
Dire. Truly dire.
Oh wow, this is crazy.
Sir, what do you think you're doing?
Officer.
Oh, I know you. You're the clever chap that cracked that Palazzo del Luzzo case, eh?
Presuming there has not been another murder.
Which
since,
case was
then,
that, John?
Yes, it is I'm here to investigate the accident. You don't mind if I examine the scene?
You're too late. Case closed. It was no accident.
Hope.
The rickshaw driver
the
deliberately
name of
ran
the guy.
that poor woman over, and
Wow, that's ironic.
Jefferson Hope.
Oh, well,
Oh,
if
Hope.
that's the case, then my examination of the scene can hardly interfere with your...
I think there's
work,
100%. I feel like there has to be a Hope Street.
well, if you want to play detective, go ahead.
Jefferson Hope
Stay away
rules.
from my business.
He like
right?
destroys his own body and like lives out in the desert for a billion years to get a super cool revenge.
Yeah, not very Mormon.
And then Sherlock catches him and he never even goes to trial. He just goes to Mormon heaven instead.
Oh, and there's Ripper Street.
Teleports immediately to Mormon heaven.
And Moran Road. I bet that's fucking in here. And, you know, there's the TARDIS Street.
Yeah, there we go. This is the map content our viewers crave.
Everyone's always like, can you explain to me the map references
Yeah,
in
can you
Sherlock
read every,
Holmes Chapter
can you
1?
read the name? Could you read the name of every street? They say.
Cordona's true horror reveal.
John, and then meanwhile you're just getting panicked flashbacks to when I kept pausing Space Jam 2
Dude, you
to
motherfucker.
point out all the people in the crowd.
Looks like it may contain
Why
some-
are you... I've done so much work to move past that and forgive you.
Oh,
Why are you...
Wow,
Oh, blank note.
that's crazy.
Sherlock, you have to piss on it.
Ooh, maybe I put it in the oven.
It takes two to tango. I'll find a use for it.
Shady says, how did you even watch Space Jam 2?
I mean, I've seen Space Jam 2 twice.
I think...
I had already seen it when I was showing you stuff in Space Jam 2.
Did we watch it on a streaming service?
Oh, yes. We watched it on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Because it didn't come out... I don't think it came out in theaters.
The dress looks generally neat and tidy.
And it wasn't my idea, Shady. Pat made me watch Space Jam 2 specifically so he could take me through the movie, pause at every scene where there was a reference to something, and point it at the creature or whatever, and be like, hey, that's the blank from blank.
Damn crooked cops.
He did this just to piss me off.
I don't think you... I
Like,
feel
this
like...
wasn't even like a hyperfixation thing for him. He was just making me mad.
I feel like you enjoyed it a little bit.
Yeah, I enjoyed it in the same way I enjoyed watching Ready Player One and going through exactly the same experience.
Man.
I enjoyed it in the same way I enjoyed watching Justice is Gray for 5 hours.
I honestly, this is when I say, I actually think, I prefer the color version to Justice is Gray.
Yeah, too bad that's not the one you showed me.
Well,
because that's the only Justice League I'm ever gonna see.
People were excited at that showing.
No one. You were the one who wanted to watch the Justice is Gray version. When you say people were
No,
excited,
no,
you're
no,
saying
no.
I was excited.
Hugh wanted to watch the Justice is Gray version.
He did not.
Yes,
this
he
is
did.
Slander. This is
Yes,
slander.
he did. Because he thought it was stupid.
It is stupid.
Yeah.
It's mind-blowingly stupid. Shady says this is how they caught the Zodiac Killer. But I assume by pausing frames of Justice League, Justice is Great,
Right.
and or Space Jam 2. That's how they decoded the Zodiac cipher. There we go. Another beautiful picture.
I gotta look for a bird sign. There's no such thing as a coincidence.
From the position
Fell
of the body, we can
backwards.
deduce that Mycroft's agent walked down the street from the east.
Shady says, no, we discovered Pat was frame progressing Space Jam 2 and all the pieces fell into place. That's right. This fits the profile.
Yeah, wasn't it just like that? Isn't that the thing where it's like a guy a guy's buddy told him he was the Zodiac Killer, and that's how we decided who the Zodiac Killer was?
I mean, I don't think the Zodiac Killer has. I think the Zodiac Killer case is still open. Are you talking about the Golden State Killer?
No. You can look it up. It just like type Zodiac Killer hunting buddy.
Okay, well he's never been apprehended.
Well, the guy in question is dead.
Shady says, I hate that I have to write this sentence, but I saw Whedon Justice League and then watched Snyder Cut, and Snyder Cut was definitely better.
I agree.
I would not argue against that.
Yeah, it's true. I saw the Joss Whedon one in theaters, and I would have rather watched Justice is Gray.
My contention is that neither is very good.
Upon examination of the scene,
And
I have concluded
especially not good enough for me to have felt great about spending
all right.
4 hours on it.
Let's rank I want you to rank the trilogy: Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, Zack Snyder's The Justice League, Justice is Gray.
Oh no.
Fact, there are no wheel tracks on the woman's body, so the rickshaw could not have run over her.
Justice League.
Fact, you are blackmailing an innocent man.
Didn't I tell you to stay?
Justice League, I could not stay awake during. So I feel like this
It
is
is a 4 hour long movie.
It's a 4 hour long movie that we started at like midnight.
The rickshaw puller can leave, but he better not show his face.
Okay.
Amahunek says one cook makes better food than two cooks. Doesn't mean it's good food.
Goodbye.
Shady says neither good, and I don't like what that did for Toxic Phantoms, but it was a clear vision with actual character work.
Yeah.
I concur with that as well. Snyder
We're
at least
pro.
manages to distinguish himself from the crowd of like AAA superhero movie directors by being a total psycho who really buys into
so insane. All right.
who really buys into like the epic poetry of superhero.
Yeah, I don't think the Russo brothers know what like epic would mean in the Zack Snyder sense. They'd be like, oh, when the explosion's really big.
Mm-hmm.
And Zack Snyder's like, oh no, it's like when you see a Greek mural.
It's like when a man wrestles a digital bull.
Oh my god, okay, yeah, but you still gotta rank them.
Okay, I mean, it's, I guess I'd put Justice is Gray at the top because I was allowed to fade into unconsciousness for large parts of that movie. Just in terms of my personal subjective experience, that's probably the best way to absorb a Snyder opus. Omahanek is saying, I literally can't think of a more 100% incorrect way to write Superman than what Snyder did. Literally, the best Superman stories are all about repudiating exactly the stuff that Snyder did with the character. That's true, but I also have a special dark oubliette in my heart for Batman versus Superman, because Pat made me watch it saying like, no, there's actually a lot of substance to it. It's a commentary on the Iraq War. And
I don't think I said that, but wait, actually, there is a bit of
say that.
Well, there is stuff in there about the conflict in the Middle East being just like a Ponzi scheme for American arms manufacturers.
Yeah, and then I watched it. Yeah, he says all of this, and then I watched it, and it's mostly about Batman getting drunk and forgetting things. And that's where the plot, like the entire plot of the movie, comes from. Is Batman is too drunk to not try and commit a revenge murder against Superman. It's the worst.
I guess nothing is a
so
crime
like,
if you're working for the crown.
Man of Steel would probably be below Batman versus Superman for me if Pat had not like argued for the merits of Batman versus Superman and then showed me a movie about a drunk uncle.
I stand by everything I say about Batman versus Superman.
One of the most incoherent plots I've ever fucking like watched.
All I know is that a senator has to accidentally drinks a jar of piss in Congress.
There is the piss drinking scene. And there is a part of me that likes, Mark Zuckerberg. What's his name?
When he forcefully putting like Jolly Ranchers into like senators' mouths.
Well, and that scene where Mark Zuckerberg is gesturing at his big painting.
Oh yeah, and he flips it upside down.
He flips the painting upside down. God, what is the line?
We thought that demons would come from something. Demons would come from below, but they come from the sky or something. And he's flipped a portrait of like the Battle of Lucifer upside down.
Yeah, there we go. This should be. Looks at picture of angels versus demons. That should be upside down. We know better now, don't we? Demons don't come from hell beneath us. No, they come from the sky. Shady says there's a cool Batman fight, though, where he kills 25 men. Yes, like I said, Batman v Superman would be above Man of Steel in my book, because Man of Steel is just a total butchering of the Superman character. It's extremely boring, but now, my gripes against Batman versus Superman are an element of my eternal ideological war against Patrick.
Yeah, I showed you Man of Steel because of how much I hated that movie. And I gotta say, after watching The Flash last weekend, where the climax of that movie is the Man of Steel and General Zod invading Earth.
Fuck. Why would they bring that back? Why would they remind people about that?
And it made me go, like, maybe Man of Steel's good.
What are we waiting for? Let's search the backyard.
This is so bad that it's making me nostalgic for a movie I hate.
I also think you have, like, Twitter Kino letterboxed brain rot, where every once in a while you allow yourself to go back and reevaluate some absolute turd of a AAA movie for like no reason. You did this with the fucking Star Wars prequels. Fuck the Star Wars prequels.
Listen, we don't have that podcast anymore. We can't get into the Star Wars prequels.
I don't want to.
It's one against two. It's one against
now
three.
It's one against one. You're 1v1ing me, bro.
Well, no.
Coming for that booty.
I would need our other podcast host who's on my side with this.
Yeah, that's right, because you're afraid of me.
Because I'm afraid of chat.
They were in such a hurry that they cut themselves.
Shady says, I put the first trailer for Man of Steel above all of it. Which,
I didn't like the trailer for Man of Steel.
I don't remember it well enough to know whether that works or not. I feel like Snyder tends to make better trailers than he does movies. Like, Snyder would probably be a really good...
Bro, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for his new movie. And his just attack IP theft. The movie.
Yeah, what is he IP thefting again? Sorry, I read
Star
Shady.
Wars and Star Wars Dune in 40K.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He's making some kind of crazy hybrid property. Do you think he like?
There's just lightsabers in it.
Do you think he just like mogs executive producers, like just intimidates them with his superior physique into giving him insane amounts of money? How is he getting budgets for this?
Oh my god, and I'm so excited for it because one, it's 2 parts, and 2, he already has a 4-hour long director's cut for the first part that is not out.
How is he doing this? Where's he getting the money?
This time it was Netflix.
But yeah, I got distracted while you were introducing that topic because Shady said, my boyfriend is watching Ahsoka and I am tagging along as a not huge Star Wars guy, and man, that show is dull.
Yeah, don't watch it. Just watch Andor.
I'm extremely gratified. Oh yeah, Andor's good, and Pat will never let me forget that I liked a Star Wars thing.
Yeah, Andor's good.
Yeah,
everyone should watch Andor.
A part of my immortal soul was corrupted that day.
I know, because we kept watching Andor and you kept liking it, and it only made you more upset.
Yeah, I don't want to be invested in a Star Wars movie, like, film property. The only redeeming quality, the only thing that keeps it from really damning my eternal soul to hell is that it was like a serial show. It wasn't a movie. The day I like a feature-length Star Wars movie is the day I delete myself. Omahunek says, I blame I hesitate to read this comment because I know it's going to start a bad chain reaction. Omahunek says, I blame James Cameron's Avatar for movies. All modern movies.
You gotta time him out.
I'm not doing that. I don't give a shit about Avatar. You're the one who hopped on. Again, you have like Letterboxd. You're the one who hopped on the Avatar train.
No one in the world who has seen Avatar 2 did not like Avatar 2. Even the whale started attacking in solidarity of the events of Avatar 2.
Shady says, genuine fave is The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi was the blue milk one, so
yeah, that was the only good one. I mean, like, blockbuster movies are so miserable because they're about like cool action scenes and like a central theme that's like a what would be a really cool Twitter hashtag, and that's like it.
I mean, Last Jedi is extremely divisive, and I can appreciate the dialogue around it. I'm like totally uninvested in it because I'm totally uninvested in Star Wars as like a cultural phenomenon. Other than just like being mystified by its persistence, but not even mystified. Like I get it. What I'm really mystified is by the mythologization that goes on around Star Wars. Like it seems like the Star Wars fandom is an exercise in ascribing qualities to the media that they are fans of that aren't actually good, like aren't well reflected in the thing itself, right?
Yeah,
like,
I'm a real sicko, which is that like I never saw the movies growing up other than the prequels, and so my inroad to Star Wars was like the N64 video game with Dash Rendar.
Shady says, please, Jesus, Pat, just walk further along the bridge.
Oh, wait, it's not this guy?
You think it's the fucking guitar guy?
Yeah, because he's barefoot.
Oh my god. Do you think it was the dude who was standing on the bridge looking over, maybe?
What guy? Oh,
That
this guy? But is he bleeding?
You bleeding, buddy? Oh, bandaged hand. Yeah, look, he's got blood on his coat.
Let me push him off.
Piece of advice.
Oh, I thought... Okay. This whole time I thought we were following bloody footprints that were, like, literally feet prints.
This is it. You found me. And now I have no choice. No choice at all.
Oh shit, are we gonna indirectly kill a
He
guy?
told me to give you this letter.
So where are the documents, and who is he?
Piece of advice. When someone tells you to mind your own business, listen.
Dude, this is like a 15-foot high bridge. Oh, he hurled himself onto the rocks. Okay.
He lost a lot of blood, John.
He bled out on the way down. Mahanek says, I think in relation to Star Wars, I feel like it isn't a cargo cult exactly, but it also reminds me of cargo cult dynamics. That's somewhat true. In a way, there's something kind of beautiful and kind of communitarian and
I think it's just lore sicko. I think there's just like people.
Right. That's
people,
what I mean, right?
People who get into lore become lore sickos.
People found the spectacle of the original trilogy so engaging that they created this sort of metatext around Star Wars, and in some case like a literal complementary text in the case of the extended universe, which really does like imbue Star Wars with the qualities that people bring to it when they go back to the original trilogy after absorbing all this metatext, right? And yeah, in I guess more internet-y language, yeah, that's lore sickos doing lore sicko stuff.
Yeah, because I keep almost watching Ahsoka.
Yeah.
And what's my photo? And
I guess the part that bothers me is that in kind of the popular consciousness, people don't appreciate that it's the Star Wars fan community that makes Star Wars special, right? That creates this rich metatext, right? And there's kind of a tacit acceptance of the idea that this was all present in the original property, rather than the original property was just a visually arresting, historically important sci-fi spectacle that was largely a demonstration of advanced visual effects techniques and not really that great of a story, and it just happened to spawn this like rich participatory fan community that made something else out of it.
I also think laser swords are cool though.
Yeah, everyone likes laser swords.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Please step back. I'd rather my colleagues didn't
Oh
see
no, I
us
have to
together.
find a.
Yeah, you have to look like a fancy cop.
Or no. I wanna.
Or you have to find the documents.
Inquire with people around you. All right, I'm going back. I generally like Star Wars, but I don't want to watch Star Wars. You know what I mean? But yeah, the thing I was talking about earlier, I keep thinking about watching Ahsoka, and so I'm on Twitter looking at people reacting to Ahsoka, and there are so many people who are like I think there's in this last episode, there's a scene where they play a clip of Darth Maul saying a line from his death episode of Rebels, and they're like, man, what is the point of this? And people in the replies are like, what do you mean?
May I ask you something?
No, I can't help.
Yeah. That's just low media literacy, man. Which you can kind of attribute a lot of this stuff to. Like the cultivated low level of media literacy that comes from
saw
like spectacle capitalism.
I also saw a scene of Ahsoka and CG robot voice Luke Skywalker talking about the Mandalorian.
Oh my god.
And while watching Grogu.
Oh, come on.
Do you know anything about
and they were like,
is Grogu still a
I
baby?
don't know anything.
yeah, of course he's still a baby.
Yeah, okay. Whatever.
But now he's a Mandalorian. And you know, I just like, people are just like, wow, it's so cool to see them talking to each other. And I'm like just watching this clip of like two people in different rooms who were never in the same room together.
Is this familiar to you?
Ask me something easier.
Fuck am I not getting? And just going like, oh, this is who it's for.
Shady pipes in with Grogu is hooked on meth. Grogu is hooked on meth and still baby form factor. Mandalorian's really taking some risks by having a meth baby. Oh god, meth baby is like a real thing. Oops. Well, that wasn't a joke about real life meth babies.
That's about Grogu.
I'm just gonna back slowly into a bush on this one. Amahanek says, man, Yoda was like 800, right? Grogu's gonna be a baby for 100 years. Except that doesn't make any sense.
What do you mean?
Do you know anything about this?
That's not necessarily like that.
Dear fellow, you're talking to the right man.
The duration of your infancy is not proportional to your lifespan. That's just not how that works.
Yeah, and plus
anywhere in nature.
They're currently doing the High Republic era in the EU where they're doing like novels and shit. And Yoda is a young man.
Yeah, he's like he's a cool hot young Yoda.
Yeah, he's hot young Yoda.
That's good. Does he have hair? We know that Yodans can have hair.
I don't know because it's literature.
Because Yaddle has hair.
It's literature. I can't tell you.
It does. There's no lines in the book about
Yoda's luxurious hair.
Brown hair.
I don't believe so.
Yeah, Shady also piping in with a hot take, saying, honestly, I think lightsabers are kind of boring. I think a lot of the Force stuff is some of the weakest, like, shit in the Star Wars universe. Like, a lot of that is because it's defined in the original trilogy, and the original trilogy is just very narratively and thematically weak, and it's mostly like a visual thing. So I tend to agree, though. Like, there is a part of me, you know, I like the beam swords in Armored Core 6. There's a part of me that's like, yeah, sword made light.
It's cool when laser swords go whoosh, whoosh, and they like cut a robot.
And Amahanek said, in response to the kind of dogmatic approach of a lot of the fandom to the legacy of the Star Wars films, Amahanek says,
I don't
like
think
how
they
we
care
pretend
about the legacy of the Star Wars films.
Like how we pretend that Darth Vader's first name wasn't Darth in Episode 4. We know that Lucas didn't plan him as Luke's dad originally, but the community pretends nonetheless that there is literally any foreshadowing in Episode 4 when there factually and provably isn't.
At the same time, it's like, you don't have to use the history of the creation of a thing to interpret and relate to the thing.
That's true. Like, I think Amahanek was responding to what I was saying, right? Where, like, a lot of the value of Star Wars as a narrative universe comes from the metatext created by the fan community and writers who were improvising on the backdrop created by the original trilogy, right? And that you can certainly have a derived interpretation that chooses to believe that chooses to insert that secondary knowledge into the plot of the movies before it was actually written in explicitly.
Oh, Mr. Holmes,
but
what a delight to see you again.
It feels
Professor Malice
enervating
told me he was
and
someone, but I didn't know it would be you.
kind of
227
what's the word I'm looking for?
Man, this guy's got a fucking Sith-ass name, Professor Malice.
Here's the key.
It feels like
Professor Malice. Yes.
It feels like there is a lot of.
Thank you.
Sorry, this feels awfully like
There's a lot of.
mousetrap, and we're walking right into
What's the word I'm looking for?
I have it under control, John.
I don't like.
There's a lot of value lost
See?
in
Neither a trapdoor nor a self-firing gun.
in skipping over the attribution of that interpolated fact to the
position of naval
fan
forces
community and the
in
secondary authors and just attributing it directly to the original writers.
I don't think they care. I think they just care about the lore.
I mean,
so M did
you're turning an argument about like what the quality of the fandom would be ideally into statements about what the quality of the fandom is factually, which is annoying.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't really care what they're doing over there. Is how
you
I
care
end
about
up at the
media,
end of
you
it.
little freak.
No. But I don't.
Media literacy, you absolute freak.
I don't
You're
really
just
care.
difficult.
I don't really care. I'm getting sleepy. Okay. But I just
sleepy and grumpy.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think like to me it's all just boils down to they're little sickos.
You're a sicko. Sickos gotta look out for each other. We gotta insist
No, they're
that
different. They're different
sickos.
I'm not a lore sicko. I'm like an anti. I know, despite all of the last stream where I was talking about the Robins.
Oh, you're not a lore sicko, Mr. Comic Book fan.
I know, right? Despite liking and reading a lot of comics, I guess that's actually why I'm not a lore sicko. Because in comic books, continuity continuity is a vibe. Like, things are never in perfect continuity with each other there.
I mean, I think we're kind of arguing the same thing here.
I don't think we're
like,
arguing. I don't think we disagree.
Really you are saying inflammatory shit, and then I'm having to like figure out how to defuse it. So it's kind of like
just
an
be
argument.
Inflammatory.
Yeah.
What did it say, Sherry? Did I fail?
But yeah, basically you're just saying that like the value in this practice is not like some universal canon, but rather the collaborative practice of creating a rich world in which many stories can be told, right? Which is common in that's a common feature of both comics and Star Wars media, right?
I hope it's
and
that.
In both cases, the better reaction from the fandom is to appreciate the prismatic nature of that narrative universe rather than insisting on some kind of centrally dictated canon, right? Which is what you described as like being a lore freak.
Yeah.
But in both cases you're a lore freak. It's just in one case you're Ovid, appreciating the like many faces of the gods in many metamorphoses, and in the other you're some dickhole who's like who genuinely believes that Zeus is a good guy and is real.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I've been thinking about lately is because I keep seeing people bring it up on Twitter is the part of the Spider-Man comics in which it turned out that when Spider-Man was dating Gwen Stacy, she cheated on him with Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin, got pregnant, and in secret
had a baby goblin.
Yeah, had twin goblins, and those goblin twins were exposed to some goblin juice or whatever that like aged them very quickly, and they went to and tried to get revenge on Spider-Man for killing their mom.
Fuck.
And so for a long time there was like this just lore fact that like Spider-Man got cucked by the Green Goblin in the 60s and no one knew for 40 years. But then I think, oh wait, no, for like when someone brings that up for like a decade, it's just been a fact that Mysterio did it all and it's all made up. None of it's real.
Mysteries of Sirius.
Oh. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, it hasn't been real for like a decade. That hasn't been what happened for like a decade.
Right, and
that's what comics are all about to me.
Yeah. Yes. Is that like you can just write stories in this, in this what's multiverse, this narrative narrative gumbo, if you will. that,
yeah, exactly.
That completely contradict each other. And that's very fun. It's participatory. It's not passive in the same way that a lot of media is. We're falling behind on chat. Mahanek says, oh man, breaking Lucas's old rules. Lucas had a rule that no authors could display young Yoda. Maybe that's why it's a book. Maybe it's like a great.
Well, no, we know.
You just can't have an image of young Yoda.
Pull up the clip of George Lucas looking at the camera and saying, "I sold Star Wars to slavers."
What? When did he say this?
After Disney bought Star Wars, he looked at the camera and said, "The Disney Corporation is the equivalent of creative slavers who don't care about art."
Wow. Cool, Lucas. You didn't have to do that. Is he proud of it?
He got in trouble because he used the word slavers, which which is true. I guess literally they are not slavers, and that is, I guess, diminutive of. No, I think it's like belittling slavery, I guess.
Wait, he got in trouble for using the term slavers.
By comparing Disney to slavers.
From like a social justice perspective,
yes.
Not with Disney legally.
No, from a social justice perspective. That, as you can see from
this seems like one of the less important social justice.
Yeah, as you can see from my reaction in the way I tell you this information, I don't care about this. I don't care about that. But I do think he was very, it was very depressing if you look at his post Disney acquisition comments on it. He does seem genuinely depressed about it. But there's this whole greater context too of the.
I can only feel so bad for him when he made a shitload of money off of.
He did sell it
on a thing that he mostly didn't make.
He did. I mean, I was gonna say he did sell Star Wars for $1 billion.
Yeah.
Set this all up for us, knowing by the time we found it.
Anyways, we're still behind on comments.
There must be something I've missed. We can still catch.
Amahanek says, "I'm still just waiting for Star Wars to have the balls to do a giant laser sword a la G Gundam with the laser propeller things and the laser batons from the new movies. They're getting close."
It deserves, which is to say, my
and then Shady clarifying on what they said about not liking lightsabers. They just have so many awful implications that are never touched on. Rick and Morty did make a good point where if you dropped it, it should just disappear into the earth.
Manipulating and murdering
I think
using the Mediterranean
I think that's technically possible.
Napoleon of crime.
If you're on a really weak planet, lightsabers can't cut through anything.
If you're on a really bitch ass
yeah, I mean, lightsabers can't cut through everything, and it takes a really long time to get through a door.
Be smart.
That's true. There is that one scene where they
open a door
with the lightsaber. That's from the prequels, right?
That's the first scene of the first prequel.
The more it does so, the more it traps itself. You are twitching too much, John.
Amahanek disagreed with your sweepy quanky statement about Death of the Author stuff.
I didn't talk about. Listen, we cannot go into. We can't get into media studies. I don't know. As someone who spends a lot of time reading media criticism and media studies stuff.
And he got away. Don't fall for it.
It's too tiring to believe in an interpretive angle for anything.
Now you really are being hysterical.
You're fully ergonic.
Yeah, I mean, there's pros and cons.
Postmodern.
There's pros and cons.
The postmodern switch.
There's pros and cons to many interpretive lenses, and it's I don't think there's a right and wrong interpretive lens to look at it. There's things that I'll find interesting and things I find unproductive, or there's things that don't particularly interest me. I got it under control.
M thinks he can
But
anticipate
ultimately,
my
I
decisions, and
don't
now
know.
I shall
Everyone's
act.
valid.
Fear not, John.
Like, I don't know that there's much to dig out of looking at Super Mario Bros. Under feminist theory.
Mycroft is not the answer.
Okay.
Like, despite Anita Sarkeesian doing it, there's not much in that analysis that interests me. But I think it's cool that I think it's fine that she did it. Like, I don't care.
Yourself, Sherlock.
You think M doesn't have a fault
Damn.
on you and my...
You heard it here first, folks. Pat
counting on you two not
is
cooperating.
Gamergate guy.
Yes, saying I don't care that she did it is Gamergate.
He did Gamergate.
It's true. It's me. The bald guy, the British bald guy in that video going viral right now, in which he starts screaming when he sees that there are pronoun options in Star
You are probably right.
bound.
But John,
That's me.
I need you on my side.
I am on your side, Sherry. To make sure you don't get yourself killed.
I appreciate it.
Things are getting pretty tense between us and John.
I know. I want to make him go away.
You're ready to banish him? You're ready to fight the final boss?
He's being he's being a real nag.
I'm sick of my nagging tulpa
He's
boyfriend.
like, don't look into who's obviously Moriarty.
Yeah.
He's too good. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I think I got this. Give me 20 years.
To be fair, if like John as sort of the self-preservation part of Sherlock is right. Moriarty, like Sherlock doesn't have a great time pursuing Moriarty. It's not good for him personally.
An envelope with no text in a postcard. What, was I supposed to not open the door in a video game? You can't tell me to do that. And Shady, I gotta go through a door. I know for a fact that there's not. It wasn't like set up with explosives to disintegrate me.
You know for a fact because that's just not the type of game this is.
And there's a sequel.
Yeah. Yeah, if Sherlock dies in any of the Frogwares games, all of the other games get deleted.
Yeah,
and there are ways to make Sherlock die. It's just
in
no one's
Sherlock Chapter 1, specifically.
Yeah. Oh, Shady's just agreeing with me, saying John's probably not unreasonable. Yeah, Sherlock probably shouldn't fuck with Moriarty. Just let Moriarty do whatever he's gonna do.
I mean, here's the thing. When John started saying, no, don't process your childhood trauma, me, the player, became very suspicious of him.
The anti-therapy. Shady says Sherlock does die in one of them. Damn. So all the sequels to that game have already been deleted? Is that what you're saying, Shady?
Does he die? What one does he die in? He didn't die in... He wasn't dead in The Devil's Daughter. He was fine in that before this game. There's a church. Okay, I'll get out of here. Does this look like this?
Shady says Iron Coffin is probably the best of the remaining cases. But it's meaty. How long have we been going? Like 2 hours, 12 minutes?
It's only 11.
It's only 11?
Join the police? Okay. I don't know the context for this, John, but I'm an officer now.
Yeah. You're doing great.
I shouldn't reveal to any of them. No,
I'm so proud of you for making it through the police academy.
He's being held in the holding cells.
And I'm glad you made a lot of friends. I'm glad you made friends with the guy who does sound effects. I'm glad you made friends with the other characters from Police Academy.
I really got close with the guy who makes the sound. Yeah, the sound effect guy.
Yeah, you were ignoring me and then processed that.
I did realize that as soon as it started to come out of my mouth. I also could not tell you anyone else in the police officer movies.
Shady says Winslow ?
No, that's Beverly Hills.
Name.
No, that's Beverly. He's thinking of Beverly Hills Cop or whatever. Yeah. Man, he's in one of. There's a guy in one of these. I swear to God.
You'll find him. You just gotta do a systematic search.
Hey.
Oh, what a long day.
Yep, I belong here.
Time to go to Cells Part 2.
Oh yeah.
Here he is.
Or rather, Wince. This is a cop.
And the guy beyond the gate is a cop.
Let me in.
Nah, that guy locked himself in the cell for quiet time.
Hey man, what's up?
Can you satisfy my curiosity? Oh, I don't know about that. Ask one of the others.
Hey man.
That's not the suspect, I guess.
Hey man.
Here he is.
You look Italian.
This looks like, yeah, a fellow Italian.
Yeah, now that we're a cop, we've become Italian.
Manners, what a pleasant surprise. Most of your colleagues have lacked even the simplest of common courtesies.
This is not a mafia
You're a
accent.
suspect, sir, but not yet a criminal. I shan't treat you as such.
I gotta keep my. I'm undercover.
And I wish to get to the bottom of it.
Manners and enthusiasm. Huh. May you go far, young man. What can I help you with?
Give me the eye vision.
Can you somehow induce this man to say muffaletta? I wish to gauge how Italian he is.
Fresh and fashionable. Punching people. Married. Focused look. So let's see. He's a local proprietor. He sells. He's in his 40s. Methodical is he puts business and principles over above else. Keeps calm despite being arrested. Has a bruise on his hand. Values family life, which is has a flair for the new and fashionable. Keeps frustrations bottled up. I feel like it's methodical.
Okay.
You are surprisingly composed for a man.
Because he's very chill.
Not so easily shaken, I take it.
Life is full of surprises. You'd be astonished how many deals go sour due to a force majeure.
Shady says he's only real Italian if he goes out to get his paper in his dressing
gown. This will all
gown.
be set straight. Until then, I will endure.
He's only really Italian if his mom hates his wife.
Those bruises look painful, but you seem barely aware of it. Were you attacked?
Ah, no. A minor accident, nothing more. My heady days as a man out to prove his valor are far behind me. I now know that to succeed
learn to
in
let
life,
go
one
of
must
toxic
stay
masculinity.
calm and plan ahead.
I've done a
The
lot of
world
therapy.
will turn your way eventually. And if it does not, then one must persuade it so.
That
Please, tell me how you ended up
is a
in this situation.
mafioso sentence.
Well, this morning some clients arrived to finalize their purchase of a Capello modular safe. But when we opened the door, out tumbled a dead man.
And I take it
Jump
this
scare.
isn't normal.
No, I normally keep my corpses
I hate
in the
real-life
wardrobe.
jump scares.
Please, young man, spare me your wit. The rest of the day was a blur.
I got
recognized
spooked
the
by
victim,
the Conjuring
so did the
kid.
police. That was enough to make me the main suspect.
It was the guy from Boy.
No, as it happens, we had a break-in last night. Nothing was stolen, but for insurance purposes, the report had to be made.
Nothing was stolen, but it seems like someone crawled into my safe and died.
When we discovered the body in the safe.
You mentioned you were showing your wares to some prospective buyers when the safe was opened. Who were they?
Clerks from the bank.
Shady says, also for the record, the guy from Police Academy is called Michael Winslow, so you can go shove it.
That's my favorite Overwatch 2 character.
It's usually open, but it locks automatically when the door swings closed. That's another marvelous Coppello invention.
A coffin that locks itself. Marvelous indeed.
Sherlock! Stop being
Your
anti-Italian.
movements yesterday. What time did you meet the customers from the bank, and did you have any other appointments?
Yesterday, the bank clerks arrived at 10 a.m.
Yeah, being suspicious of this guy for having a body in his
My wife
office is an
got
anti-Italian racism.
I mean, a guilty guy would have just not opened the safe.
Our meeting for the demonstration
Yeah,
was
he would
set
have been
for
like,
9
I can't sell you
a.m.
this one. This one's
I arrived
broken.
About half an hour prior in order
And the
to
cops
prepare.
would be like,
I have
well,
one
why
final
is this
inquiry.
safe stinky?
Recall the time at which you said
No, I mean the cops wouldn't get involved because no one would know about my stinky safe.
No, he already had the cops in the shop, remember?
I thought he has clients in the shop. Oh no, he had the cops in the shop from the break-in. You're right.
Yeah, at the same time.
I'd like to inquire about the burglary.
I'm not sure
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't call the cops about a burglary if
He scared off the thief.
I wouldn't call the
If you had
cops
mafia connections?
if I had a corpse in my safe.
She had stayed late yesterday. Poor old guy.
I would be like, all right, roundabout's fair play, thief.
You say you became the suspect when the police identified the victim. Is there history between you?
Surely you jest. That man and I have never met and never would, unless he became the first deity in history to use our
Oh shit.
products.
Some sort of
Used a
family
slur.
feud? I'm afraid I'm...
What was it? What's that a slur for?
You must be new to
I don't know.
It
Sounds like one.
Back in Italy, generations ago, the deities tried to ruin our family business. They nearly succeeded. The Capellos rightfully
Italian
struck
stuff.
back, but there has been bad blood ever since.
I wish that these, man, I know it wouldn't really be plausible, but I wish that these were Italian Americans
I fear this horrible
Oh, yeah?
event portends worse
and not
than
an
harm.
Italian
My
guy.
wife may be in danger as we speak.
Well, Mr. Capello,
You know,
I think that's all I need from you at present.
A lot of
Where can I
Italian
find your
Americans
office?
can trace
Here,
their
take
roots
my
back to
card.
Italy.
Billy
You know
should
that?
be assigned to assist with the investigation. And please, sir, would you check on my wife before you depart?
They got
I would
they
say
got
most
a
Italian Americans
Please
have
treat
some
her
connection to
gently.
Italy.
so they got a New Jersey in Italy too.
Deals like this. I
Yeah, that's where
shall
old. Well, that's where
eagerly await
old
your
Jersey
return.
is.
After all, little else I can do.
Well, I wonder how the old airport is.
It's actually nicer.
Let's see. I wonder, Night Watchman, who's at the Capello, St. Adler Street. Yeah, I gotta get outside.
Mrs. Capello.
Also,
please wait in the office.
in
We
Old
expect you to be here
Jersey,
soon.
it's not only can you not pump your own gas, the gas attendant also has to have like a gas attendant squire who selects the pump handle for them.
Okay. Oh, like
It's the perfect time to investigate.
Hey.
You must be the inspector.
Would you be Augusta Capello?
Like a caddy.
Must I really repeat myself?
A gas
to the
caddy.
faced man in uniform that strides in.
Is Quixote Italian or Spanish? Don Quixote.
Spanish.
Oh, I'm not the inspector.
What's his little buddy
Investigating
name?
your husband's case as
Sancho
an
Panza?
It's a classic Panza.
Why are you here?
It's a gas
It's
Panza.
a Sancho Panza
Mrs.
situation.
Capello, I mean you no harm.
That's what
My name's
you
Sherlock
call them
Holmes,
in
and
Old
I'm on your
Jersey.
husband's
The
case.
gas station attendants.
Please, Mr. Holmes.
Panzas.
I cannot bear to relive it again just for some stranger's pleasure. I wish to be left alone.
Some stranger's pleasure. I'm still wearing all my. I'm still got my pants on. Oh.
I don't like that joke.
I got
like it. Thumbs down.
How did he know what drug she used recently?
He's Sherlock Holmes. He
Also, I'm a
knows all
cop.
kinds of-
John, I'm a cop right now.
Yeah, in order to fully be in character, Sherlock Holmes would have to discard all of his crime knowledge.
And I was gonna say, and also be a weird pervert.
Yeah, the inspection scene is just him like looking at her hands, and the text is like, "Ooh, nice hands."
So the difference is she's fidgeting because of stress, or she's fidgeting, or wait, no, she's fidgeting because she's restless in nature, or she's fidgeting due to stress. But the second difference is something I'm really thinking about. Is she accustomed to doing laudanum, or is she not accustomed?
I feel like she's really passing. She's really kind of cruising through it if she's on laudanum.
Whilst I prefer German composers, the harp solo from Lucia di Lammermoor stands out as one of Donizetti's finest contributions to the form. I'm sure
You're not a cop.
Man,
no way you're a cop.
Man, I just realized I had slid almost entirely off camera.
There was no need. It is trivial to observe how much you value.
I was just like in the corner of my little camera, poking out.
Would be familiar with Donizetti's.
I mean, you have me like cropped pretty harshly, so especially vertically. So I also often find myself like ducking below the frame.
This is your crop.
I am not unappreciative.
Not on my camera. I mean, it's quite different when it's like. The way I did the Discord shit was very different from the way you do it.
Basilio tells me you were present during the burglary yesterday. What can you tell me about it?
Oh,
it was a big
it
cat.
Gave me such a fright. I fainted, fell to the floor. I wish I could help you, but I'm just utterly useless. Please, I want to rest before the inspector.
That's to be expected when you're on laudanum.
Were you familiar with the deceased man found in the...
One might say that the desired effect of laudanum is a state of induced uselessness.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, all those Decemberish songs made it sound like a really good time. If you're stressed out.
Yeah. I mean,
we were putting on a show, and you called it off.
By all reports, it feels really nice.
Wait. Oh my god, I'm getting so. Wait.
I've decided to stop pretending to be a police officer.
Wait, I didn't realize I did that. Maybe we should call it. Maybe I am too. Maybe
reload a save.
No.
So that you can keep stealing valor.
I don't care what John thinks of me. I'm gonna continue telling people I'm a cop. No, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like you know how you shouldn't operate heavy machinery while you're drowsy.
Yeah, when you're sleepy.
This is, I think, right now, this is heavy machinery.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Yeah,
I'm not helping you stay focused. I don't consider it my job. I'm here in the passenger seat. You're the pilot.
I know.
If you want me to shut the fuck up while important plot stuff is happening.
No. I wasn't, because the thing you're suggesting is that I was listening to you, and I was not.
Ah, okay, good. Then it's not my fault. Shady says don't operate Sherlock's brain.
It's so heavy.
We would make a bad Sherlock. That's what we've learned from this series, is that neither of us is suited to be the famous detective of story and song Sherlock Holmes. Mahunek says Sherlock Holmes' brain is a quantum machine, and we're all tangled up in it. Completely entangled in the brain, hopelessly tangled up in the brain.
In the previous Sherlock Holmes games, this mind palace is like inside of his brain. It's like a weird brain neuron aesthetic.
Yeah, it's like Psychonauts. Great.
Right. So you were operating his brain. This is just like his, I guess, like folder system. East.
Mahunek says it's made by CERN. Too big for you. And Shady says the strings. Oh yeah. Shady also says same for the sequel. More brain stuff happens in the sequel.
I mean, yeah, because you got to be going kooky in the sequel.
You got to be going kooky.
Yeah, because it's you're fighting Cthulhu and Lovecraft.
And everyone knows the only way to combat the forces of Eldritch Darkness is by getting real kooky. Abdul Ahazred, the wacky Arab author of the Necronomicon.
Hello there.
All right. How did you want to play us out? Or are you just going to continue playing even though you said that it might be time to call it?
I kept we didn't stop, so I kept going. And now I'm here.
You realize you're the one who controls when we stop. You are driving the Sherlock. And Shady says we got to Gula.
They sell door locks, padlocks.
That's a quote from
no
the
Sherlocks,
Necronomicon.
though, probably for the best.
Excuse me, sir. Can I help you?
Bro, I'm a cop. You can't just talk to me like that.
Nose and hair that appears
Sherlock!
by your own
Oh my
hand.
god.
Must be Billy Lloyd.
Sherlock!
It's you! I knew you'd come.
You did?
You're Mirko Gallia, the best investigative journalist on Cordona.
No, I'm a
I'm a
cop.
fan of your
I'm a...
Alas, you're mistaken.
I'm a shirt cop.
The name
I'm a
is
cop.
Sherlock Holmes, and your
I'm a
employer.
cop.
Oh, of course. Discretion.
Please respect me. I'm a cop.
No, you don't need to be discreet. I'm a cop.
Safe with me, Sherlock.
Mr. Capello told me you were present during the burglary and scared the criminal off the property.
There, you should have seen it. As soon as the burglars saw me, they went white as death. Ran out the back door of the office. I heard a thud and cat shrieks, so they went over the railing and into
It was a cat.
Clearly, my reputation precedes me.
That was a victory
You
shriek.
regard, but you didn't give chase.
Having successfully stuffed a dead body into a safe.
So I went back to help Mrs. Capello. That kind of gentlemanly courtesy is why I'm so well regarded round these parts.
What did the thief look like?
Shorter than me, mid-20s, a huge scar across the right cheek going from
This
the
one,
eye.
the perpetrator
Short hair.
is Japanese
look like a ghost.
Nekomata,
Too
a
corporeal.
Hold
yokai.
on.
Oh, it's a cat woman.
You didn't think to
Oh,
mention
shit.
the
Why did you assume it
This
was
is
a
the
man?
Catwoman
It's
mission.
the 19th century, sir. Ambitious young women are out there pursuing a career. And I, for one...
Dude, this guy's so woke.
Yes, yes, spare me the
And
sermon.
oh, Sherlock!
I do
When
like
did
the
the burglary
idea
happen?
of a guy saying it's the
After
19th
10 in the
century,
evening.
like someone
I
would
was just
say,
talking to
I'm a
Mrs. Capello.
90s guy.
Does she not know about this?
No, he's talking about how progressive it is now.
Usually I'm alone.
That's how
I was
people
explaining
used
to
I'm a
Mrs. Capello
90s
how
guy.
drinking water
Oh,
and
interesting.
hours can help with
Mine,
digestion.
when I encountered people who was like, I'm a 90s guy, they've been strictly talking about like watching Rugrats
Any more details about the break-in?
and how it was the best the show they'd ever seen.
That's only 90s kids would
Fastidious
understand.
in its mundanity,
I'm a
but I will
90s guy
make
was
it
like
work.
a trope
I
that
must
was
go and escape the
contemporaneous
crime
with the
scene. If I have further
90s,
questions,
right?
Mr. Lloyd, I will
No.
find you.
I was a
It was
baby.
like,
I won't be able to keep
you
away.
might say, oh, I'm cool with hugging. I'm a 90s guy.
What weird pervert shit was happening in the 90s that's what you'd say?
I mean, people demonstrating like a modicum of what's the word I'm looking for? A modicum of like
Yikes.
Blood on the
a
soft
modicum
floor,
of criticality
left by the
towards
victim.
like traditional gender roles and acting like that's the
Indications
end of
blood
history
trauma
of
possibly
social
inflicted before the
justice.
victim was in the safe.
That's all right.
Bruises,
That's a more
long
concise
nails,
answer.
bleeding
What
was
pervert
severe
shit was
and
happening? The end of
continued
history was
length.
happening.
Afghanistan.
Veins, cyanosis,
Francis
bloodshot
Fukuyama was
eyes,
happening.
odd
No, this is
moving
pre-Afghanistan.
Oh, sorry, Iraq.
No, this is pre-Iraq. It's-
All right, Desert
dude-
Storm.
Clothes are not fully buttoned. Was the victim
Yes,
dressing
Desert
or
Storm,
undressing?
a war that
What a
fucking
rotten
no
way to
one
die.
talked about,
What a shame.
and we just pretended wasn't happening.
The bottle is half empty. A wine, well enjoyed.
We were too busy congratulating ourselves on how the Soviet Union was over, and that was definitely the end of all the bad things. To like entertain the idea that maybe Operation Desert Storm was one of the aforementioned bad things.
But look at the cool hats they had.
Yeah, they did a cool thing on a highway.
Famously, aka the Cool Highway War.
Yeah.
I heard from Call of Duty that Russia did that, actually.
The concert
AKA
program from
Twisted
7 years
Metal
ago,
Zero.
An Augusta
Fuck.
is listed as a harpist in the orchestra.
Did you know that there's a TV show out?
I know about television. I've heard about this contraption.
No, I meant about Twisted Metal.
Yes, I did know there was a Twisted Metal TV show. I'll never see it.
If I see it, I'll report back to you.
Look at this little piece of paper. This one's just a baby guy.
What is this, an ant? Augusta, we do not have the time today for chat because of my important client meeting, but I am concerned about your desire to work such late hours. You seem happy about it, which is why I did not bring it up previously. Perhaps it is best that we have a conversation. I'm sure we can find a different arrangement.
Why are you drifting into Quebecois?
Oh, that was like Italian.
Wow. You lived in Vermont for too long.
2 theatre tickets for Shakespeare's
so the wife is definitely cheating on him with Billy.
Classics.
Is what I've taken away from this.
That seems great. I'm proud of her.
They're just doing a lot of laudanum together.
Yeah. Blasting down vials of laudanum.
Look, we're just trying to chase this really slow, sleepy dragon.
Yeah.
Shady, thank you.
This is what we call a reverse compliment, which is not a dig. It's still a compliment.
I think that's really close to my Benedict Cumberbatch's Stephen Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch's American accent. That's usually, I think that's really close to what I do for that.
I love, man. I've been watching. I mentioned this I think last stream. I've been watching Jeeves and Wooster, and one of my favorite things that they do is for a pretty big chunk of season 3, they go to America.
Well organized.
And you get a lot of BBC actors doing their best American accent impression, and it feels so good to be on the other end of that, because you constantly hear, British people, Australians, Scottish people, whatever, getting really pissed off about American actors who are certainly overrepresented in the movie industry doing bad, European English accents.
Not anymore. Maybe like 20 years ago. Because
you still hear about it.
I see. The thing is that I picked up, and Shady said Benedict Cumberbatch just does Hugh Laurie's house accent. I don't agree. I have a very I hate British people playing Americans. I'm gonna say it. I don't think they should do it.
What? What?
Yeah, I hate it.
Why?
Because I can't not hear them struggling with an American accent.
So this is one scenario in which you're totally cool with benefiting from being in the Imperial Corps. You're like, no one else gets to play.
Well,
no one else gets to be in movies. Just put Americans in movies.
Movies we've talked about tonight: Henry Cavill, Superman, British. Spider-Man, Tom Holland, British.
Okay, and you don't like any of this.
I think that their American accents are bad.
I don't notice Henry Cavill or Tom Holland. I notice Benedict Cumberbatch is because it's really bad.
The meme I always think about is, I don't know if you've seen that clip of Shaban from Succession trying to say range, I think she's Australian, trying to say Range Rover, and she says Range Rover, like she's fighting her accent.
Australians are a special case, as even Shady will probably admit.
Once
you get into Arnar territory, it's over.
But I will say,
Shady is so offended that they're leaving. Congrats, Pat. You've chased away.
I was going to say this.
Sherlock superfan.
Can Americans still do that? I think it's fine.
Oh shit! Shady went to school with that actress you were talking about, whose name I've already dumped out of my brain because I refuse to remember names.
Succession and that actress, incredible. but I'm extremely sensitive to when the Queen's tongue lads are using doing American accents.
Yeah, Pat doesn't want any of our treasured
Yeah.
American brands drooling out of your tea-soaked mouths.
Yeah, look, Sarah Snook, great. Succession, great. Love that show.
But she shouldn't have been in it? Is that what you're saying?
I honestly, like, part of her lore, and it's so confusing that they don't just do this, because, Brian Cox did this exact thing, but in the lore, their mom is British, and they spent a considerable amount of time in England.
Yeah, but if Sarah Snook is Australian, that wouldn't help her out.
I don't see. Here's the thing. I don't know. I can't judge an Australian doing an English accent. As long as they're not
doing an American accent, you're cool.
I can't.
This is truly like the world should serve me personally.
So here's the thing. I don't know what it's like to be an Australian being a British person hearing an Australian person do an English accent. I can't know.
Whatever it's like, they deserve it.
No, I mean, I would assume that it's...
I mean, and Americans deserve it. Americans deserve to feel that way all the time.
I just would have
British
assumed...
people deserve to feel that way all the time.
...that an Australian person would have an easier time doing a British accent.
Amahinek says, to be fair, the world should serve me is a quintessentially American sentiment. And Shady says, have you tried running around in circles in this fucking room a bit more? I thought you were leaving. I'm sorry. I've made Pat get heated about defending his untenable argument.
What do you mean? No, I think
and when that happens, he runs around in circles.
I don't think it's untenable.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, also, look at my brain genius move up here.
Yeah. It's good. It's time to confirm. You've done it. You're a chemistry genius.
Worst jobs.
But yeah, no, I just listen, I just think, if you want a British actor playing Spider-Man, just make him British, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I would be much more in favor of those actors
I gotta focus you on the next objective, otherwise Shady is gonna rage quit.
I should probably look at what we've learned.
Yeah.
So he was having sex, and he got hit on the head. First with me, a detective from several weeks ago.
Alright, bye Shady.
I'm too teepy. I couldn't even say sleepy. I'm too teepy. But I just think British people should be allowed. I think British people, Australian people should be forced to do their natural accents.
Okay. All right.
And I think that's woke, actually.
I think I'm actually a good person for doing this.
Look, I would, listen. Would you hate it if Spider-Man was like, "Oi, bruv, Mr. Stark, let's get fish and chips"?
The letter F is inscribed.
That's my British accent.
It's not just so if he's not just doing an accent.
He's just doing his natural voice.
That's Sherlock. Shut up. That's a kick-ass thing to embroider on your thief's tools,
Comprehensive
kid.
set of lockpicks, recently cleaned with no fresh scratches.
Yeah, so he didn't even get to use them. Wouldn't you love that if Spider-Man was like a little British guy?
I mean, you started by saying British and Australian actors should have to do their natural accents, and then finished with, what if Spider-Man was a cartoon British guy?
I mean, I don't know what kind of British guy Tom Holland is. I can't make those assumptions.
Yeah. I feel like there's probably more down here related to...
I think the extra evidence is talking to people.
Okay.
But I don't know.
We go talk then.
No, I don't know what they want to talk. I don't know. John, I want to be honest with you.
You don't know anything, do you?
I have no idea what I've been learning.
Yeah. Yeah, you're entirely too sleepy for this.
I'm just
and
gaming it.
I have to hold myself accountable as well. I've not been doing a good job of trying to rein your shit in.
I mean,
honestly, if anything, I've been egging you on. I've been distracting you. I've been distracted. So let's just.
I just want to go to bed, man.
Let's just take this one out back behind the shed and kill it. We'll finish this mission next week.
Yeah, maybe we'll finish the game next week.
Yeah, I doubt it at this pace.
No, but we only have
I've come to accept that I'm going to be playing this game with you for the rest of my life.
I know. I was uploading the VODs and I was like, oh, tonight's going to be part 10.
We're going to finish this and I'm going to immediately have to go to an assisted living home.
There's 20 a minimum of 20 hours of us playing this video game.
Jesus
That
Christ.
I'm pretty sure is like 8 hours long.
Completely unwatchable hours.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this game is like how long to beat at 8 hours.
Yeah.
But it's because
we can never do this again. No more games that require thinking.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Because it just pisses people off.
I'm gonna blame M Shady on this because M Shady worked on this game.
You can't do that.
I had no idea.
I won't let you do it.
I had no idea this game was an open world. And if I knew that, I probably would have just had us go to the next one. Because there's just so much shit to do, and I'm used to just doing linear cases in these games.
Okay. I mean, I've seen some of the Cthulhu one, and that one's also open world. So
Yeah.
I think this is just the format of the games.
I'm just gonna do these on my own time then.
Oh, and I've also seen a lot of Sunken City, and that's open world.
Yeah, Sunken City's open world.
Tacky.
You saw me play a bunch of Sinking City.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why do I... Look, I'm just running in circles doing nothing.
Free yourself, dude. We've already decided to call the stream. I've been waiting for you to, like, do something to end the stream.
Yeah, I know. I realize I have to press the button.
Yes! You're playing the game. I've said this 3 times.
Yeah.